welcome in, beautiful souls. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. My name is Casey. I am the Guardian Oracle 33. Me and my wild ass waking up hair are going to bring you an antennic message. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for hitting the like and subscribe button. And actually, any way that you interact with the channel, it helps get the messages to others so that others can find the content. I know a lot of people find my videos off of the shorts, but being off grid and having, I'll be with you in a minute. Being off grid and having, the phone charging, the mantis beings, enigma, elusive, sensitive, comes out. It's hard to keep the phone charged around here. And for some reason, every time I start the channel, the phone starts to die at a fast rate. There's my family. Hi, guys. Hi, Chad. Good morning. Wade, Bethany. Damn interesting looking. Hey, this hair rode all the way throughout the night and all of my sleepless hours I've got last night. These mosquitoes, man, they'll sit and just eat you alive. Bunch of fucking vampires. We got some iced coffee. I was able to get some other things done this morning. Last night my phone died and I was just getting to the good part. I think it was all good part, no fox given around here. It was nice to get back into some fun, playful energy. I've been needing to let my hair down in more ways than one, so thank you guys for hanging out with me. It was a good read last night. If you guys are interested in a personal read specific to your situation, you can email me at angeldynasty33@gmail.com. I offer different varieties of readings. I also offer Reiki energy cleansing, and it is through the web. When I first started, I was always afraid I wasn't going to be able to read people through the phone, but it's so weird. It's actually easier for me to do it that way. I think it's very interesting. So if you guys are interested in that, or you're interested in the way that I read, and you like the way I communicate the message, and I might be a cup of tea, email me. We'll get you set up for a personal read. For those of you that have already inquired and are getting set up, for some of you, be checking your outboxes? Be checking your inbox for an outbox for me for your read. If you don't get it, check your spam. Thank you guys so much. Hello, Medusa. Hi, Christina. All right. So last night I kind of wanted to get in the tarot and kind of just do some more investigative work. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it felt prominent. I also want to say, be expecting communication from those you haven't communicated with in some way. Some of you are going to get different aspects of the story that come through, or shall I say, truth is known. A truth that comes through somebody else. Emotions are prominent here as they are gatekeepers to telepathic moments, I'm hearing. All right. I have a lot of moderators. I do. I'm guided to pick my moderators as the years gone on throughout. Some leave me, some go off on their journey, some stay, some new, but I'm always guided by the upper echelon to pick my... And there's a very specific reason. In the future you guys will understand that. Ricardo, I send you a huge hug. All family in here. I send you a huge hug. I hope you felt that energetic hug. All right, what's the collective going through? Holy Spirit, holy angels, I call you in. Divine gatekeepers, ascended masters, Archangel Michael, I ask that you guard the gates as I channel these messages and open myself up energetically. I demand, declare, and decree that no weapons formed against myself or my listeners shall prosper, so mote it be. Calling on all the angels. Archangel Metatron, thank you. Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel. The birth of creation. There's potential growth that's coming out here. I'm seeing the card of elevation. Potential growth. The emerald diamond. Channel your knowledge. Critical judgment. And I'm seeing judgment that comes out here. Emotional challenges. Resolve the issues. And I said it might come through, this communication might come through some sort of the emotions is the gateway. Speaking up. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and their own unique challenges. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. I was talking to my one of my sisters this morning, and we were talking about growth through hard things, even though it sucks. And I would say none of my sisters are really truly awakened. I have one that's and that would be the one I was talking to, who has a lot more soul knowledge, old soul, and is able to pick up on things. She has very strong intuition, but she was talking about it's I know that it's all for the highest good. Going through hard things creates that pressure will have people acting out in such a way, whether it's benevolent, not benevolent. It'll show you. Pressure will show you what you need to work on. Do you freak out in moments of fear or uncertainty? Are you channeling your higher wisdom and knowledge at this time? Somebody here's very guided, is a channel of their own higher self and a higher light being. Somebody here has a journey to the cosmos of the soul here with the creator gateway chakra, number 13, number 18, and number 6. June 18th could be prominent, as well as August 13th here. We've got the Kundalini rising. There is a grand awakening going on here, and it feels like it's coming through the emotional state. That's where you're being affected most, is within the emotions. Light codes. God, this deck is so freaking cool. Kundalini rising, ignite your passions for life. And this fire that's coming out of the spine of this this being, it almost looks like peacock feathers. Really cool cards. I was just going to ask, where are you receiving these life codes from? And I'm looking here on the deck that's sitting up, number 20 in the Hidden Realms, create conscious awareness. And out here on the table, I also have consciousness. We're talking about a mass upgrade in the collective consciousness at this time. Being able to use emotions as power. And when I say power, to take a deeper look, to go on that cosmic journey on the within. When I'm experiencing these things, I'm not feeling as abandoned and unloved as I once was. Looks like I'm bringing some sort of higher consciousness and judgment to the situation, and seeing that failure is only an opportunity to learn and to grow at a much deeper level that most don't and will not have the capacity to roam, due to a lot of people who don't want to feel. Whether, and there's a lot of reasons why people don't want to feel. Emotions can be very hard. And I put a community post out yesterday. I'm like, I keep feeling like something's on my leg, but it's my hair. I kept, it was about cold, hard pain. And if you guys want to look at my community page, I posted it, and it was a gal talking about how much the idea of love in relationships has changed. And when somebody walks away from you, it is that cold hard pain, and it is, for some of you, a very deep soul lesson of that you're truly not abandoned. You have been given time and opportunity to be with yourself and to connect with other energies that you wouldn't be able to in other dense areas or in other low vibrational frequencies. There's a need that spirit likes to get you alone. Not all the time, but there is, for some of you, you spend a lot of time alone, and you'll be noticing you'll be having a lot more communications. And I want to say that this is on the spiritual level as well as in the physical realm. The communications has opened up. Dream state. Working through the veil. I want to know more about that. The birth of creation. Okay. The birth of creations. You can't observe feelings and then think you know them. You got to be willing to accept them and feel them completely. I agree. Hello, Infinity. Knowledge. I like that name. I spend too much time alone, but when I'm mingle, I get along with most. I can align along with that. It's the birth of creation here. It's almost kind of understanding some of the programming and the dynamics of the emotional body within the physical, and how it's melding through the cosmic light, this journey that you're going through. Maybe in specific times of uncertainty or things that might feel a little uneasy for you, you're doing a better job at collecting those, either observing and allowing the thoughts to pass by, because we know there's a lot of thoughts, allegories, that we experience in the way that, hopefully I can set this down and it won't be too windy. You're not afraid to look at the emotions like you used to, and actually what you used to think was such a detriment to you and something that was a piece of what you struggled with before. If somebody likes to trigger you, or you have a deep wound of not understanding how you can give so much of your heart, soul in a conditional, unconditional, and empathetic way, for the highest good of all, and you have been met with, or the last of the, I'm not going to say it's ever the last, but those that are sneaky, sly, slick, those that have their own burdens and baggage that project onto others. It's always easier to blame somebody else for why our finances are shit, right? Or why we go and get 15 credit cards, and we'll make it about why one person, because of this person, now I'm down in the hole. We all make our own choices, And my thing is, when I start hearing people who poke and prod and blame others for where they're at that point, to me, my ears kind of shut off, and I'm like, you're on a learning lesson, because you can't own anything, any part that you have. Every choice you've made, everybody you've allowed in your life, you have made the choice to allow it to continue to happen in whatever way. Give your energy to it. And I'm talking to somebody now who's been able to look at the divinity in every moment that was filled with divinity, and you're starting to cherish those moments and how much growth it's created within you. A lot of people could feel very triggered by the fact that you are in a state of harmony and not a lot of things, because if you really think about it, the only way to really get somebody's goat is through the emotions, right? Get them feeling afraid or scared or fear is and that shit manifests so fast. You can just pull that right into your auric field. All of those thought forms, energies, they're like, fuck yeah, I want to go for the ride on the crazy train. I'm talking to somebody that's been able to elevate through that process. Very deep thinker, very wise being that you have become. Let's take a look through the tarot. What's going on with you guys? I am a psychic medium and intuitive. I am a channeled reader. Sometimes I might channel higher dimensional beings, higher aspects of myself, passed on loved ones. A lot of the things that I say or I fucking trail off onto could be a sign for somebody. I was gifted with the gift of gab. So there's always something in here for somebody. This is about you using your intuition and what is a sign and synchronicity for you. What is the key to the next puzzle piece that you have? Communication is very important, and having the strength to do so. I feel like somebody here's learning how to communicate, perhaps in a different, I'm hearing, format. Let a little bit of air in here, a little warm. Your ability, if you are somebody who is learning, somebody here has high senses or sensory, able to, even being in the energetic field of another, to pick up on, especially if, I don't know who else, but I put up a psychic block around my crown chakra, because I know where I live, there's a lot of different sorts of societies and their little, groups of covens. We have green witches here. We have a lot more green witches. I have not yet met a white witch, somebody who works in that way, but there is a lot of other, just uneducated, I would say more along the line of pagan Wiccan, just really not sure. So in this place where I'm at, I put up a psychic block around myself. I can cut off telepathy, turn it back on. I can choose who gets to be in that energy. I'm aware of when somebody's trying to get in my energy, because I have that connection to my body and my senses and my sensory. I have my cues and my signals when I start seeing numbers or getting goosebumps, or I understand, I can feel somebody else within that conscious thought form. Very consciously awakened here. You have, I'm seeing the journey to the cosmos. And I just want to pray right now, just send out a mass wave and a frequency of enlightenment to those that are in a state of fear, within the collective consciousness. I want to say for some, if you're looking into dark magic and you're looking into darker things like that, you're going to experience them. You're going to experience them on some level. Personally, I'm not interested in how dark magic works or any of those things. I don't choose to look into it, and I don't want to fuck with those energies. It is a very real thing. It is good to be wise about protection with yourself. Anytime you're meditating and you're opening yourself up, there's so many monitoring spirits, entities, deities, and let's just say souls that have not passed on, that are still here and haven't crossed over to the light, and they can become attachments on the physical vessel for some, and especially those that have deep-rooted traumas, pains, anxiety. So I just want to, anybody who's feeling attacked, gang-stalked, alone, singled out, the best way that the devil, okay, and let's think about this, devil, if you will, any energy that wants to control, they would make it feel like when you're speaking up for yourself, and this is also in that video that I posted, that you're being absurd or too pushy when you have courage and stand up for yourself. It's about the oppression of the spirit, body, mind, and soul. There's a reader specifically that I'm thinking of right now, who constantly is in a state of feeling attacked, and if you're watching, I just want you to know that you can rise above that reality, and it's almost as if you're playing into creating a lot of that with what you say and what you speak. You can watch a lot of things fall away as you stand into the light and elevate yourself in a different way. The divine fruit does not whisper fearful things in your ear. It does not whisper you're not good enough. It whispers you can, you will. You will be able to make it through this. Nothing, no one, and no one thing has permission in your space, sacred space, unless it's in direct alignment with your soul. Your words are more powerful than any being, deity. When you call on the light and the power within, and you call it forward within yourself, you are a magnificent, powerful being. And I just come alongside you for anybody who's in that state. And universally, I just want to let you know that you are loved, and you're learning a lot right now. Have patience with yourself. Don't feed as many thoughts as you have of this person's trying to do this, or this entity, or this deity. Remember, sit in that and say, I am the light. I have the intelligence, the wavelength, the knowledge, the wisdom, and more than anything, the heart and the will to connect with the divine light, which carries wavelengths of truth, information, things that have been forgotten, things that it's all available to you through the Akash. A lot of you are powerful light workers, and as you get on your path, and I will tell you this, you're going to be attacked by your own self, for one, within the mind, because you're going to second guess. This is not the way I was raised. Talking to spirits in this way, the Holy Spirit or angels, or, this wasn't a norm growing up, and other people are perceiving me in XYZ. You'll grow past that to where you don't give a shit anymore. When you realize when you just show up and say what you need to say, you make a huge impact or plant a seed that the universe will then carry out and grow further. It's not that you have to do all the work on your own. It's just that you might be the game starter for a lot of people. And even if it is in some unpleasantries, sometimes people need to hear the truth that they're an asshole, and that they're liars, and that they cheat people out of things that aren't theirs, or they manipulate and play mind games to make people feel bad to get their way. It's okay to call people out on their shit. That doesn't make you not in love and light. It makes you a truth speaker. It makes you a light bearer. A lot of people will push their agendas on other people in this day and age, and it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable to the collective as light workers, as we hold the light and we understand how control works. Freedom is at the very tippy top of what we serve, and this is within the body, mind, and spirit, and it already is a freedom within us. The truth is known here. Emotions are strong as you're letting go. See the light. All right, let's take a look at the collective energy. I love you guys. Thank you for spreading the light. Thank you, I appreciate that. Memes. I have such a hard time seeing the white light. Maybe that's why everybody's a mod, because I can see it better. I know this deck is bigger than this. The most of the cards must have freaking blown back into the box. Alright, archangels. Goodness. I refine my character and overcome difficulties by remaining positive. I calm my heart and illuminate my intelligence to transform shadow into light. I consciously manifest goodness in and around me. I improve my qualities for the benefit of all. And you know, if as light workers, this birth of creation right here, and you know, and this could just be very symbolic for somebody, these colors or symbols at this time. Remember, universe talks to us in numbers, signs, synchronicities, symbols that might come into your third eye, or colors at that. Attention. I am an attendant. I will be your flight attendant tonight. Welcome in. If you need your gas mask, it is above your head. Remember to put it on your face before you try to save anybody else, because if you don't help yourself first, you can't help anybody else out. Seatbelts, they are to your side. Some may work, some may not. There is a no shit handle if they are not working. Hang in there, little buddy. You got this. I will be your flight attendant. I am attentive to all that manifests within me. When negativity rises within me, I transform it into light, love, and hope. My love for others is unconditional. I forgive. My desire to improve is constant. I am firm, brave, and hardworking. Working with light beings. Creation. There's a lot about creation. I wonder if somebody's not finding out something that you've been creating is starting to bloom and blossom. It feels like last fall these seeds were planted for some of you, and I'm also hearing 2022. You could have started an endeavor in some way, and you're going to start to see the fruits of that labor. I'm also hearing within the 4th year of this project, there will be 2 other people that come alongside. These are gatekeepers and helpers. These are people that will help to ground your energy, whether this is family, friends, new acquaintances, new job, place. Allow for change to come in and observe. And remember that our programmed brain is always going to try to, oh, that's not right, because what it knows, what it remembers, what it's programmed to. We're trying to hit the medulla oblongata, right? The pineal gland. We're trying to tap into the higher conscious state and allow that aspect of ourselves to kind of fall away. We can get into that better when we do sit still with ourselves and allow these thoughts and impressions to come into our mind. Grab a pen and paper and allow things to be written out. Just write down whatever comes to your mind. It might look a little delulu. You should see some of my books. I've got about 6 composition books filled with symbols, symbology, names, numbers, circles, things I've drawn, and I go back and I look at them. I'm like, God, you're like the starting of Nikola Tesla. I mean, my mind was just... And looking back now, it's actually signs and synchronicities for me 6 years later during my awakening, and to see this stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, how did I have that much wisdom and knowledge? I had no idea what the fuck it was about. And then I read it 6 years later after everything I've been through, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I literally was writing myself messages from the past version of myself to now, and it's so freaking cool because it's all there. I was allowing myself to be a channel, even though it might have not made sense 6 years ago to now, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, look at the symbology. I dreamt about that last night, and this is from 6 years ago. Creation. I have the power to direct my life. With a constructive attitude, I create what is best for my soul. I firmly believe I can transform and improve my inner and outer worlds by turning every thought into an affirmation and action. I act in the image of God and bring light into my life. The image of God, the creator, to create. I'm not going to stay in the process of fear or old things or ways of being that I already know are not, I've seen a million people do. I'm going to allow myself to be guided from the within, that God source energy, what does feel benevolent. Sometimes, we stand up for others, we stand up for ourselves, and, a lot of us light warriors, we've been through a lot. We're not the ones to fuck with, really, because a lot of us, we've been addicts, oppressed, sniped out, fucking treated like crap, and we all have our totality of circumstances, and it comes to a point where that rage and that hatred for the betrayal and the cruelty that you have suffered becomes a beacon of light for you, to where you can look at somebody and have empathy for they're doing, some of them the best with what they know for what they have. For others, they like being in that state, and that's when your discernment grows. Yeah, you're not going to change. You're going to continue to be the same person you have been, and that's obvious. You have a track record and a pattern and cycles that are obvious to see. This will be no different. You're able to navigate through those timekeepers, so to speak, those that waste your time and try to project. Bye. Have a good day. Hope you get your finances in check and stop buying a bunch of things on credit cards and blaming other people for it. you know, or in whatever way. There's so many people that come to stall. We're up on the mountain, right? And this red truck slows down. And right before that, there was a black truck, probably 2 cars back on the dirt road that was just fucking hauling ass. Big old jacked up Duramax diesel. And this red car comes, and we were in the side by side, and this pickup slows way down, and it's a Hispanic lady, and her hand, she had like a pinky and one other finger, but it was all deformed. And as soon as we stopped, I heard shapeshifter. And she goes, I'm looking for my family. They were behind me in a big black truck, and then I turned around, and then I thought I seen them going back. And I'm like, okay, you're not making any sense, because if you turn around one of these roads, you'd be able to see who came by at the same time. It's not that far to turn off on a dirt road. And we're like, yeah, we seen a black truck about 2 miles back hauling ass. And we're like, when you see him, tell him he needs to slow down. And then at that moment, I was like, why was that truck going so fast? And, you know, she basically was going in circle, wasting our fucking time. And I looked at my friend and I said, time waster. And with the hand being deformed and stuff, I'm like, shapeshifter. I felt that energy. And it was literally, I'm like, okay, well, I hope you find them. Good luck. You know, and how fast that truck was driving, to me, it felt like there's other things around us. I'm hearing the mall cop, galactic fucking police. You know, there's a lot of other things that are happening around us. Watch out for the time wasters, those that try to distract, or, oh, I know I just got it somewhere here. Just stick around. No, you got shit to do. Go do your shit. There's going to be a million people that are trying to take you off or distract, or, you know, get you to buy into what they've got going on out of pity. Stay away from pitiful people. Pity is a very dark hole to get down into. It's a lower vibrational energy. I don't have patience for very pitiful people, because I've just never been able to really sit and pity myself without feeling like a baby back bitch. I don't like staying down and out. I want to see what I can do, and I talk to myself and say, hey, we're going through this. It's going to be a little rough, but we got this. And nothing, no one, and no one thing is going to infiltrate my space and deter me off of what I have planned to do, unless it's the divine creator, and people are being brought to me. I will know the difference with the discernment. So will you. Watch out for time wasters. Watch out for those shapeshifters. You can also shapeshift your energy and to meet it, or see any energy that's vying for your time for exactly what it is. I'm looking at this too. You could be a Gemini or dealing with a Gemini out here. Being able to recognize an essence of yourself within another. The number 23, luck and right timing. The Wheel of Fortune is out here with winter's dream, gestation period. So throughout the winter, I said it feels like something was planted last fall. Perhaps there's something here that's starting to come to fruition for you. It feels very positive, and I want to say you can be very happy with the nose you've put out there and you sticking to your path, because it feels like things are starting to shift, and have shifted literally overnight for some of you in the creation process of the thoughts. See, I'm asking about the collective energy, and here comes the 7 of Pentacles. See the eyes closed and the hands out. You're working within the unseen realm for a lot of you. This is more of a specific message. I'm talking to those. A lot of you that watch me are really pretty awakened for the most part. I have a few that come in here and I can sense are going through the dark night of the soul, or haven't quite made it out yet. You're closing up a couple cycles. For some of you, it is that you give too much work and energy to others. You've got to learn how to say no. You've got to learn how to take your power back, and by doing that, you speak it out loud. I take my power back as I leave this place, as I no longer am contact, or even when you're just by yourself, I call my power, my energy back from any place I may have misplaced it throughout the multi-universe, or anybody, person, being, or thing. I call back my power, and I call back my energy is mine, and I ask the universe to transmute and heal that energy and replace it back within my energetic field for the highest good of all. May I be a beacon of light and a warrior for others through my own trials and tribulations. Allow me the experience to experience this at its fullest capacity for the deepest amount of growth I could experience. I want it all, not just get past some hard shit so it gets easy again. I want to experience it. I came for the experience. I'm going to experience it. Question, is Jesus negative energy to you? Of course not. I work through the Christ consciousness, the light. Hi, Noel, Randy. All right, how else is the collective showing up at this time? So back and forth. Back and forth, huh? It's like you get, for some of you, you get really close to this state of, you're really working through an aspect of yourself that you're really trying to look at. I've got the Hierophant here, which tells me that this is a higher soul lesson that you're going through. And it has to do with your workload. It has to do where your energy goes. See over here in this Four of Cups, this is somebody who's, you know, pity in a way, right? In the Four of Cups here, you could go back from the state and forth from a state of high intuition, high vibrational frequency, and perhaps even when you are at work, it feels like that might drop a little bit. You're around other people or other faucets, and some of you, you're finding better ways to work on what you have been working on. See this cup down here that's like God's kind of trying to just touch the cup to your hand and you can see the light. You know, allow, gosh, I can't do that and try to concentrate. I'm having, can you go over there and watch that? Mm-hmm. Thought forms. Basically is what it is. It's thought forms. It's just an old version of yourself. It looks like you're just really looking at it for what it was, how it served you, and making amends with that shadow, either shadow aspect of yourself or that aspect of yourself that holds things really close to your heart that might have a hard time letting go. I think you're taking one last step at how much hard work you've put into your path, your journey, the possibilities and potentials here to grow within that. And you're taking one last look at the way that things have been done. I think somebody here's sick of their own shit or sick of the state of mind that they can get pulled into around specific energies. I want to say you're at a birth of creation and goodness within yourself. Trust in your path and your process. Justice at the bottom of the deck. You are a very fair person, and you're somebody who you might have a justice complex in a way. You know, it might really affect you when people are treated unfair and unjust. And that could be a block right now that you have because you've probably been treated like that so much yourself, almost to a point where you make it a mission to, it's hard for you to watch people get treated like shit. It doesn't resonate with you, and there's a part of you that's that fearful energy, that childlike energy, or that childlike, I wouldn't say childlike energy, an aspect of yourself during your, I was going to say your awakening perhaps, but your childhood that where you were told, you know, you won't measure up to much, or you don't have what it takes, or the lack of your parents or a guardian figure investing into you, your dreams, what made you excited. If you liked to dance, if you liked baseball, maybe you just were never supported, or people didn't show up for you, and you're learning how to show up for yourself. And I think at some points it is kind of, you know, you'd like to share it with somebody. I've made it this far, and I'd love to share these ideas with others than just me, myself, and Irene and my guides, you know. I'd like to be able to experience this on a different level. It's somebody here spends a lot of time alone, and it's like there's a need for you to write or to talk. Like I said, there's somebody here who has a justice complex, and there could be two versions of you that come through this sword, whether you're going to be, you could be a very easygoing, benevolent person, but if somebody comes at you in an energy that you recognize from a past version of yourself and tries to project that, there's a part of you that kind of can get lost in that or feel, and there's justice to that. It's an old patterning up here that's falling away. It's also creating some sort of chemical release within your body that has created aging process that has over the years, you might look a lot older than you normally do. For those of you that have been healing, you can be talking to your body at this time, to your cells, and saying, I give my body permission to slow down. Did I say healing? To slow down the aging process. I am well. All is well within my body. My bloodstream, my vessels, my nervous system. I give my nervous system permission to relax and to be at ease. All is well within my being. I give my body permission to reprogram itself with the light and the love that is within my innate being, and so it is. You're welcome. Welcome to the channel. It's nice to see new faces. I know a lot of you guys watch and don't say anything. I love it when you guys pop up. The death and the rebirth. Okay, so there is an ending coming to a situation, and for some of you, I do want to say you're getting, what you don't see is that there's a new work opportunity coming for you out of whatever this is. Somebody recognizes and understands how you're just exactly how rough your path has been, so to speak, and your tenacity within that. It's like you could be very odd to others. You could be, people could look right at your face and still feel like that there's a whole nother world inside of you or to you. It's almost when people speak with you, you could feel like a guardian to many. And that could be what this new job and idea that's coming here. And there's action as well. You're completely protected in this new endeavor. I have somebody here who's waiting to take action and receiving the information that they need to make this, I'm hearing, leap of faith. Some of you are leaving a job. There will be an ending to a job, and this job, there's people and higher ups in here. I feel like there is a lot of sleeping around with others. I feel like within the workplace there's a lot of favoritism and picking and choosing. You could be really good at your job and connect with it really fast, and there could be some animosity or jealousy within the workplace due to your ability to tap in. It's like, even if you're new, the page is a new start, right? Page. It's just like, it doesn't matter where you go, your guides are always helping you to become better. You're getting the insight. You might not know how to do something, but your guides talk you through it. This next, and you're like, okay, this sounds a little crazy. I have no idea what I'm doing, but my guides have done it with me several times on construction jobs. I'm like, oh, and I'll listen. Because I have a lot of masonries. I have a lot of builders in my lineage. I have, even Jesus was a carpenter. And I use my guides for interlocked or ways to do stuff like, oh, this isn't working. I need to find out a different dynamic of how to get these two pieces to come together or level or, the right pitch. I have a lot of guides in that way, and it feels like you are always made for more. Even at this job, you could feel really blocked too. And in some ways, somebody here works out of prison or something that is security guard in some way to guard something. You could just be so sick of the same day in and day out and, not getting enough sleep. It's time for you to stand in your shoes. For those of you that are making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass, and I'm homebound. You're ready. You're ready for this journey. Even at this job, you always put in more work. This could be within your home, your family. Specifically for some of you at work, it's like it grew you a lot. It's grown you a lot, and it's taught you how to feel like this, even though you are better, and I'm just going to say that, you're smarter, you're wiser than most people at your job or place of employment. That's a little intimidating to others, and some might observe that you get things done in a different way, or that your spirituality in some way is starting to show through at your workplace. I think others know that you are made for something more. If you are somebody that spreads messages of love or kind of shows synchronicities to others, or hey, did you see that bird, or you talk about numbers, you've helped other people grow as well, and to be able to, with this in reverse, get out of their head and understand some things. You bring a lot of healing and peace, and if you are having conversations with others about painful moments that they have gone through, you're showing them the light by sharing your experience here. The Ten of Swords here with all those birds is saying no matter how far down you get, look at her walking to the light. No swords in her back, she's standing up, and these birds, these things that were meant to stifle and take, are now the things that are guiding her into the light. The light and the dark can work together for the highest good of all. Intention is everything. Walking away is it's not, I know it sucks, it feels like you're losing in a way, right? It does, because nobody wants to fail at something they've put so much time and energy into, but we have to remember that's also the programming of this world. You're going to give up, you're going to quit. It doesn't mean you're quitting, it just means you're moving on to something better, a new chapter of yourself. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to hang on to everything that, well, this is what my grandpappy's pappy did. No, you have the strength. You're very different within your family, Black Sheep. You're very different. The way that you think, the way that you feel, the way that you celebrate, the magic and all of the smallest things that you see it's exciting, and you bring excitement to other people's lives. Those that are just the little Debbie Downers, pissy pants, that's just because a part of them remembers how free they can be, and when they see you doing it, they're like, what makes you think you deserve that? You know, it's just a spirit of envy and a hatred spirit that manifests on others who are not consciously aware. Those that like to stay caught up in the heartbreaking messages of their yesterdays and feel like this all day long and have other people feel sorry for them, or use people or project that onto other people to no end. And you seem like somebody who has gone out on your own and gotten the enlightenment. The things, alone, alone, alone. Look at this, you know, and all those times alone, it's like you finally had that talk with yourself. I'm so fucking sick of this shit. I'm so sick of other people's shit. I do not belong in this space. I deserve more. Show me what my purpose here is in this place so that I can evolve, learn the lessons, and move through it. Holy Spirit, holy angels, thank you for everything that's come into my life and has allowed me to grow on a deeper level. One, to connect with you and ask, hey, God, what the fuck's going on down here? This seems a little rough. You know, can I get some guidance? Always going back for communication is your greatest tool. Your greatest tool. All right, let's do an overall spread of who's coming towards you guys. Crystalline, are you kidding me? My first love was named Crystalline. Wow. And then here's Crystalline Alchemist right below you. Huh. Which animal has love handles? A hippopotamus? I want a hippopotamus. Only a hippopotamus will do. Take one down, pass it around. I don't remember the song. Now you've got a love handle on a hippopotamus or two. My beautiful Alicia, I love you, darling. Thank you for all the comments on the video last night. Thank you guys for every way you interact with the channel. I love you. I seen somebody else new in here. Hi, Noelle, beautiful. That's an awesome name. That is an awesome name. That's what I was going to say. Ramiel R. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I want a dragon. I've got to keep my dragon in its cage sometimes. I'd be struggling with the dragon too. Pipe down. We're not blowing fire right now. All right, let's see who's coming towards the collective. Now, sometimes these energies can be reversed. This could be something you're going through. This is an energy within the collective consciousness or energy that I'm picking up on at this time. Do not make any life decisions off of a general reading. If you want a personal reading more specific to your situation, you can reach out and get a hold of me for that. If you like the style and if you are guided, I only ask, I only ask that those that align with me and my abilities, and those for the highest good of all would gravitate and ask for the read. I don't want just any Joe Schmo. My reads can go very in-depth. They can get very galactic, starseed. They're packed with a lot of wisdom and knowledge that some, if you're not ready for, you might not understand. If you're just looking for the boyfriend, I'm not your one, okay? I'm not going to tell you your boyfriend's coming back, this and that. I'm not that type of reader. I'm going to channel information from your spirit guides, your higher self, your angels, your passed on loved ones, if there is any that come through. And we're going to see what their guidance for you is, where you're struggling, messages directly from them to you, signs and synchronicities they'll come through. Trust me, you will be amazed at the things that come through in these reads. They're very in-depth and they're very fun. I love doing them, especially getting to know all of you galactic, beautiful star seeds and you beautiful warriors of the light. I love you guys. It's crazy. I can't believe I started a channel a year ago, and I just adore it. I adore where this channel's gone. Even in the midst of my own despair, you know, I'm not giving up on the channel. It's helping me to grow even more and to stay on it. Of course, you know, the darker energies would want me to give up. Oh, I'm homeless right now, living in a tent, so I guess I can't do. Fuck that. That's more of a reason to do the channel. That's more of a reason to talk about what you go through, to show others that they can go through hard things too, that they can be inspired by having the faith that you're not alone. You might be alone in the physical, but there's a whole unseen realm working with you and around you. Who's coming towards the beautiful collective at this time? Hi, Omar. Eight of Pentacles. Where else did I just see that? Right here. New job, self-employment, starting something new. Trust me, I'm going to say this. Your patience is going to pay off, okay? You have somebody coming towards you at this time who is diligently and deliberately working on, well, we're going to see. But it definitely feels like creating something new with the birth of creation and goodness out here to put something into motion. It feels like you could be learning a new trade or something that you're just naturally good at. And maybe you haven't used it in that way or put it on YouTube or started a podcast or talk about it. Some of you are speakers. Some of you, if you've, don't be afraid to start your channel. I remember when I started my channel, and oh boy, you can go back to my video section when I first started. I was nervous, quiet. I'm like, oh my gosh. You'll start, trust me, it'll just get brought right out of you. And you know what? There is no being wrong, because there's always a million different scenarios and timelines and things happening for others. And those that need the messages will always get it. They'll click on the video. It's not really how, there will be signs and synchronicities. You know, there's a lot you have to say that others could heal and learn from. Somebody here's working really hard, you know, that's coming towards you on their commitment to their self. Their dedication and concentration within the energy and where they're putting it. Let's find out a little bit more. Who's coming towards the collective? This Eight of Pentacles. The quality. Somebody here who is working on becoming a master in some way. I said about some sort of trade. We've got the Queen of Swords. You've got a truth speaker. Somebody, you could feel like this person is being cold and distant at this time, or that could just be the outside. I'm talking, look at the pictures on here. This is a feminine and masculine energy, and both of them with her sword in her hand, talking about her intelligence, her truth. The swords represent intellect, thoughts, and she's holding hers just fine, almost barely with her hand, and it's balanced and centered there. You have somebody coming through, see the eyes are down. Somebody could have their eyes down a lot or look down a lot like that. Maybe when somebody's by you, somebody's just, when somebody's doing a really good job at keeping their mental and their, and grounding those energies at the same time. We've got a truth speaker out here. We've got somebody who's putting in a lot of time and work to becoming a better version of themselves and harnessing other aspects of themselves at this time. You have somebody who's working hard to bring you a truth and deliver you a truth in the best way that they know how to. This could be something that's on somebody's thoughts often, and this could definitely have to do with a new beginning. It's all about new beginning here. This amount of work is you're different. You're different. This guy with the Eight of Pentacles here, he's holding one pentacle and he's looking down at it. Although there are many around, this is the one that he's working on now. And this one, you know, pentacles, to me this feels like something within their own life that could be a little, they're working on getting through something or over something that's within this physical realm. This guy almost looks like he kind of has a scar on his face. A little bit. You could be dealing with somebody who has a little bit longer hair or beard like this. This could be you. Hair seems prominent here. All right, you've got the Queen of Swords, you've got a truth speaker, and the Eight of Pentacles out here. Passions are being reignited. Anything else for the person coming towards you and their energy? Ten of Cups. This could be family members, somebody who feels like family, somebody who feels like star family, soul family. Never underestimate where your blessings come from, I'm being told to tell you. I wonder if you haven't had a falling out with this person over some sort of truth, or this person's trying to find a truth to speak about their ultimate happiness. Like I said, somebody's working on a creation of something new here. You know this person, or you will know this person that feels like family, star family. It'll be a soul recognition that comes through. Two small kids could be prominent, or one, and maybe a baby has passed away. When I've seen this little girl down here, the baby, it looks like she's not there. It looks like she's coming, will be coming. Spirit baby. Looks like there's still a little girl to come back in. Okay, very specific message for some of you. We're at the veil here. We're understanding and receiving light codes. Truth is known out here. I'm seeing that. So the person coming towards you is a truth speaker, somebody who's working very diligently on the goodness within their own being, to somebody who's overcoming difficulties and refining their own character and finding the positives within that. Confirmation for some. All right, better turn on my battery saver. Hello, Crystalline Grid. Christine, hello. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Noelle. What is this person's truest feelings towards you? Understand that this person's working on something within their self. What is their feelings towards you? If you've met this person or on the deep soul level, this person's truest feelings towards you. What they wouldn't say. Truest feelings for the highest good of all. Holy Spirit, holy angels, benevolent beings of the light, may this read touch the heart space for the highest good of all. This person's truest feelings on the soul level towards you. Their truest feelings all the way out. And that was at the bottom of the deck, the King of Wands. There is a, wow. There's a return here to oneself that brings back passions ignited. If you are connected to this person on this soul level, you know, this card to me represents the soul level. You want to reignite some sort of passion. This person does feel passion about you. This person sees the greater good within you. The initial K, E, the initial P, S, and the initial C, T could be prominent here. The Queen of Ireland, I'm hearing. The Queen of Ireland. Their truest feelings. Can I get more for their truest feelings towards you? I'm hearing the name Cole, the name Katie, and the name Christine. This person's truest feelings is there is a block here. There is something, when I say on the soul level, you could have experienced very rough lessons with this person, or this person has, and it will be re-embarking on some sort of spiritual or intellectual meeting of the minds. This person's truest feelings, I have the Two of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the King of Wands. This person understands that their intuition and that their deeper truth will always come back to the highest good of who you are, regardless of what burdens they may have carried or felt towards you in a specific situation. This person could also, this could be telling me that this person understands that you hold a high seat in a very particular realm of existence, and this person recognizes you on that soul level, or you them. This person knows your intuition sees you as somebody who's very intuitive and enlightened. This person could understand that you are working with Saint Germain the Violet Flame and Archangel Michael at this time. You are a gatekeeper, and you are a maiden, a shield maiden. You are somebody who yields the swords of truth. The Two of Swords, her eyes aren't covered. She's not blinded. She chooses to close them to tap into her third eye. This person's saying they feel that you are working through something, and you definitely, just like this person, they see that you have burdens that you're going to slice and dice and cut right through them to stand back in your rightful place. Their truest feelings. What's their truest intentions towards you? Four Swords. This is a very spiritual connection with the Page of Wands. This is about enlightenment. This is a warrior. This is somebody who wears a heavy armor, okay? This is a warrior of God. This person sees you as that. This person could just want to bring you rest or bring you some sort of relief in your burdensome. This person sees that you're carrying a heavy load at this time. This person knows how strong you've had to be and how open you've had to be to go through this change and put in a specific amount of work in a spiritual realm. Maybe you're astro traveling. There could be something specific here about one specific sword in particular. You're being upgraded at this time and enlightened. I also want to say this. Somebody here is a warrior. They see you as a warrior in the astral realm. This person understands that you carry heavy armor, that you carry the armor of God, and this person's intention is to bring you a message about a different realm or space. Their intention is to do some sort of internal healing to heal an aspect of themselves. Through you or with you as you do this. I wonder what the connection here is on the soul level. Let's look at the soul level deck. The soul level, how is this helping these two souls grow? It's time to think about everything you appreciate in your partner. Admiration and trust. You need to trust in a relationship for it to thrive. Accept. Be prepared to accept what fate has in store for you. And you know what? I don't really agree with this card too much because I believe in writing a destiny. I don't want what's fated for me. I want to overcome that timeline and I want to create a better one and accept not fate, but writing the destiny. All true soul connections involve challenges that can be overcome together. Even if you feel lost, there is always a way through the maze. And sleep could really be prominent here to help you with that. Some of you, what is that song? It's a Bruno Mars song, and he's talking about feeling locked out of heaven, or what is it? Just feeling locked out from you. You could be being very spiritually protected right now. I wonder how deep of a spiritual level this bond is that's coming towards you. It feels advanced, at least on that DNA genetic soul level. Somebody here also carries and will awaken. If not, it's prominent within this lifetime and within this space and time. Somebody's cut out a lot of people. Somebody has spoken a truth. Which has left them to really realize what was left in their life after everybody who couldn't handle their truth has fallen away. This is somebody coming towards you who is on a journey of the soul and understands that. I want to say this person is equally going through hard work, hardships, losses within their own self, dynamics, family, friends, and feels like this person in some way home and domesticity and hearth and courage and strength is at the core of who this person is. This person would like to have some sort of shared intellect or shared communication about this path, about this truth. This person is very family oriented. This is somebody who could be a parent. This is somebody who you could have had children with. For some of you, and for some of you, this person is just very family oriented. At the core of them, children, family, protecting, and for the highest good of all. I'm telling you, with the light being here in the Ten of Cups, somebody might recognize you through some sort of past life regression, meditation, understanding on a soul level, some sort of soul recognition that they receive through their intuition. Could be a little scary sometimes, like or having deja vu or flashbacks. Hi, shapeshifter. Fly just flies right in. Hello, shapeshifter. For their truest intentions being the Four of Swords. Anything else? You know, the allure of the unknown. This really goes back to the unknown and the depths of two people. I will say it feels like there's a level of soul mating here, whether you know this person or you don't. It's kind of like the divine is things are finally starting to unfold on specific timelines and close out on others. There's there's a portal and a gateway opening up here that on this soul level that connects two beings. You're going to understand genetics and your lineage. It seems very important here. And I can't get over how somebody here that's coming toward intellect is everything. To be able to have wise conversations. Somebody here is very well put together in their thoughts or the way that they receive information from other conscious realms, or even God himself with this being out here. Somebody here is a channel of higher wisdom and knowledge. How do you feel about this person on a soul level? What are your truest feelings about this person that's coming towards you, if you know them? It's about fucking time. Oh my God. The Two of Cups comes out. So you will recognize, if you don't, the Two of Cups to me is normally when I have two galactic beings, starseeds, two soul mates that embody similar attributes of the soul expression coming together. These are two people who have been through hell and back or finding healing out on a journey on their own. These are two, we're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl. And they walk into each other in the night, in the darkness. And these are two people that have their cup of self-love that are intertwining with one another. It feels so, and I'm going to say fated. Destiny. Written in the stars. And their celebration. You feel something good is coming or coming out of this with this person. This could be a good friend. This could be somebody who maybe you didn't realize that you had feelings for them, or that there could be that level of it. This could be somebody, for some of you, that you've learned quite a bit from as far as evolution on the soul level, working with your emotions, your feelings, past traumas, abandonments, things. You know, this could be somebody who's just kind of always been in your corner and observed you from afar or been there, but really, I think this person, what they're going to tell you is that they too are spiritually awakened and at a level of self-love themselves. Maybe you don't know this about this person. Maybe you guys spend a lot more time talking about other things. I think it's a soul recognition. This is what I keep hearing. You guys spend lots of time in the astral realm together, in different realms. You guys are always putting in the work for the good Lord. This is a partnership. This is a friendship before anything, and there's a celebration about I'm taking in this energy again of two different tribe members, okay, from two different colonies or two different species. They're hybrids, but you're an original descendant from a specific bloodline, and so is this other person. And with the conscious awareness that both of you could have or will in the future grow into, or understanding, there's a very strong dynamic here for something else to be brought into creation, whether this is a child, whether this is a business, whether this is a function or the way that you help others. There's something that you're going to do here together that brings the collective of whole together. What's the obstacle here? Geez, I wonder, what could it be an obstacle? Shuffle. An obstacle in this situation. I wonder if some of you are friends. You do know this person. This could have been part of your family or somebody you shared a family with in some way, or a home or a space like that. For some of you, this person's just moving out of something, and you're going to see it in a different light that you once didn't. What's the obstacle here between these two energies? What is the current obstacle here? I need the card to come all the way out. I'm going to pin that. Thank you, Jason, for doing that for me. You're so wonderful to me. Thank you, mods, for in every way that you guys help. I will pin that information now so that anybody who clicks on it can see my email address for personal reads. Thank you guys so much. The obstacle here, and I read it in reverse, is the sun. This card to me is about, I know it's supposed to be the happiest card in the deck, but it feels like Leo season is prominent. August. The month of August will bring through some sort of manifestation. So I do see the Wheel of Fortune out here, or the Fortune Wheel, which tells me things are in divine timing at this point. The overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. Somebody here is in the process of transmuting some sort of pain. I also want to say somebody here could be divorced or going through that as well. This could be another sign in synchronicity for you. There's a truth within this family dynamic that has been spoken that has pushed somebody out on their journey. I think this person's been deceived and lied to quite a bit. Maybe, and I don't think it, I think this person is somebody who's just been very, this is somebody who's a hard worker and somebody who appreciates the truth in others. And they expect the truth from themselves, so they expect the truth from others as well, although they know they don't get it. That could be why this person has left this family dynamic, due to a lack of truth in some way. There's evolution here through whatever that deceit and lie was. Divinity is all around this. Every moment is filled with divinity. Cherish it. You're working with the universal wisdom, okay, to bring in harmony. The universe is full of wisdom, so seek its guidance. And it feels like the obstacle here is somebody's waiting for a moment of enlightenment. Somebody's going through something. I said transmuting pain, and with the sun in reverse, that's an obstacle, would be the sun upright. There's been a lack of enlightenment or a lack of somebody's getting ready to pierce through the veil to see something they once haven't, to understand something that they haven't on a deeper level, and it starts with a self. Somebody here works with the angelic realm. The number 33 could be prominent, and 44 as well as 22, masters. And I am hearing masters of emotion. The masters of emotion. What up, Amelia? Wee woo, Joshua. You are nothing. I don't know what that means. Hi, Tulant. Okay. So you're feeling, you see the light. God, look at him, look at her. Her eyes are closed, and the way he looks at her, look at that. You know, she's kind of looking down, and, you know, it's like they just are moving in. I think a masculine figure here definitely has had an eye on a feminine for quite some time. They understand about healing and allowing people to go through their own things to create a good, solid foundation. I want to say this person's very proud of you, or you them, because this is your energy. You're feeling, you're going to be very proud of this person and the leaps and bounds they've made. You're going to recognize it on a soul level here, and it's almost like this person has been stifled in so many ways from many other energies that don't like the influence that their light has on the world. This person has been shunned a lot. This person has been persecuted over and over for their truth. And it feels like their truth is coming straight from the divine with the amount of work. No matter where I go, I'm going to continue the work on myself, my spirituality, and more than that, my god dang truth. And if you don't like my truth, then kick rocks. This is for me. This life God gave to me to live. And I want to use it being a good influence, creating a legacy, bringing more into this world before I leave of what I'd like to see, instead of complaining about what's here, adapting and overcoming to a new mindset and a new programming. Somebody here had a parent that was just really fucking stifling, were not there and didn't show up to their games, just wasn't. Maybe they only liked it when you were in the limelight. They vicariously lived through your achievements. You know, they like showing up and saying, yeah, that's mine. I did that. But really, it's all a front. You know what I mean? I think there's been many people trying to take, fucking just stand in this person's light. You know, just to stand in their light of whatever they have and almost take ownership for it, though they don't do the work. One person here is true, and this person's gone against a family member, and I really feel like it's a parent or a guardian figure in some way, aunt, uncle, somebody who just always over asserts. They try to put more burdens and weight. They try to make it feel heavy, and I feel like in this area, both of you understand that same soul lesson and have had similar soul lessons on that level of telling people to fuck off kindly. Nope, not today, thank you. I've been on this path much longer than you have, although you're much older than me. I've just chosen to be conscious of the things that I'm going through. Just because, Mom, Dad, you couldn't handle your emotions or find forgiveness, so you stifled my growth. You thought I'd stay small like you, and I'm not. And that's a big truth to speak to others, and that can piss a lot of people off. And then you'll see what energy is really manifested on those that say they love you, right? The way they talk about you once you're gone, or the lies they spread, or just the way they'll belittle their own last name, knowing that you're their offspring, right? There's a sense of jealousy. There's a sense of, you know, when you have bigger balls than most and you're not afraid of being left out or not being comfortable or not having the upper echelon of shit, you're okay with that. You are a true warrior. You don't need things to be whole. You need yourself, and you know that more than anything. Fuck all of you. As long as I have me, my truth of what I've been through, I can see who's a liar. I can see who's manipulative. I can see your fear in your eyes and how you try to project that onto me and my truth. That fucking pisses people off here. That's the thing here that's got a lot of, you know, that gets people in an uproar. Who the fuck do you think you are? I work for the light. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. All right. Now I want to clarify with another deck. There's good energy of the Two of Cups here. I wonder if one of you aren't a little more aware of the... Somebody here akashically can tap into records. Oh shit. My phone get that low that fast? Let me go get my charger, guys, so I can charge this, because I'm getting this message out. Every time I get to a good spot of the message, my phone wants to die. So let me go grab that little charger thing and plug it in. So sorry. It's always something, isn't it? Let's get this frown turned upside down. Oh, shnikes. I might have to go get a different charger. Those type C's. Oh, give me a second, guys. $50 million chargers in here. Might have to run to the other trailer real fast. It's so hard to keep a charger around here when you got 15 kids, a partridge, and a pear tree. I'll be right back. Okay. I am back. I know we lost all of our watchers. Okay, so I'm at 2% and this thing seems to be charging. So we will see. Slow charging. Make sure your charger is supported and not damaged. Of course not. Alright. Yay! Sorry, I needed to get this message out. I'm like, I need to get this one out. Okay, so the person coming towards you guys is in the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Somebody who's out to speak a truth. Somebody who's a truth spooker. A truth speaker. Somebody who is going through some things, some hardships within their own family dynamic. You feel this person can match you or soon will. Maybe you haven't. Your soul, your deepest... Your truest feelings about this person is that there's some sort of Two of Cups. There is some sort of cosmic flow here. The feeling of both of your cups. Cash, take them to the other one, please. The feeling of both of your guys' cups have been, it feels very similar in that way. You'll recognize that within one another, and you're telling me here with your truest feelings towards this person is that you do realize there is a celebration here. There is something coming together here, and it does have to do with the enlightenment. Water could be prominent here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries is what I've got here. I've got I've got a cord of wood. I've got the Eight of Pentacles, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus as well that is out here. Hi, Matthew. High speeding disposition. What's up, guys? Okay, my phone's at 1%. It's going down. Jeez, guys. Okay. The Two of Wands. Okay, so there is something, there is a plan here, an action, and something that is going to be moving forward here in the situation between the both of you. Tell me more about the person coming towards you as I clarify here. Seven of Swords. You've got somebody who is, tell me more. Clarifying the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. This person has been in a spiritual battle against darker forces, lower vibrational energies, and this is something that this person has been heavily attacked within you got a 7 and an 8 here, 1978. But you've got somebody walking away from the lies and deception. I told you, this is somebody who's coming towards you, somebody who's had to hold their truth, and they hold it just fine. But this is somebody who is walking away from, they're becoming enlightened and aware of the deceptions and the falsities within the reality or a certain dynamic. All right. Clarify their truest feelings towards you here with the Five of Pentacles. This person could feel shut out from you energetically, but here's the Two of Wands again, which is saying maybe somebody tried something with you in the past and it just didn't work because they weren't at a high vibration to be able to manifest for the highest good at this point. Somebody was trying more or less to go about things, I'm hearing, in a faulty way, but on a superficial level, not to meet you at the soul level, which you recognize this person can do. Whether you see that or not, you're feeling in that way. Their truest feelings is they want to take an action of this being left out in the cold. The key's there. They have it. It's they're walking away from something right now that has been tumultuous, and that's going to bring a spark back into their life, some sort of shared creative endeavor, because you have the King of Wands out here and the Queen of Wands. This person does see you as an energetic match. This card doesn't belong in here. It's the Six of Swords. There is somebody here that's moving away from something pretty painful, and it does feel like it has to do with abandonment and betrayal in some way, and it feels like this is their opportunity to finally, and for the final of it, stand up for themselves and say, I'm just done with this. I don't deserve this sort of treatment. I understand the people I've walked away from were good people, and maybe this person kept somebody else in their life, or a family dynamic, or listened to the family in a way, and they're learning how to walk away from that. A lot of people notice that just because they're not our blood, we have more family here. You know, bloodlines, they're important that we incarnate with, these souls. We're trying to clean up these bloodlines, right? These genetics, elevate and upgrade the DNA before we transition to the next portion of our life from this planet. Their truest intentions here with the Four Swords. What are we talking about here when this person's talking about intending to connect with you in a supernatural way, is what I'm hearing. Somebody who's intending to connect with themselves. They know when they connect with themselves, they connect with you. This person feels so spiritually connected and enlightened by you. This person's truest feelings is when they're by you, you've done something to this person on a spiritual level that's helped them regain their power within their own being. Within their own being. Maybe this person is walking away from these family and deception because they've already followed suit and watching or observing something that you've done themselves. Yourself. This is on it's a timeline, it's a frequency, it's time. I keep hearing it's time to evolve, it's time to walk away from these things. This person's like, I don't even know where you come from, because remember, in the challenge position, I turn it upside down, we had the sun, and this person's saying their truest intentions towards you is to bring that sun back in, some sort of enlightenment, some sort of connectivity on a different multi and interdimensional level of their self that's connected to you. Let me ask the question first. Why do I keep getting cards that don't belong in here? Okay, so you're feeling the Two of Cups and the Three of Cups. You feel like this person in some way matches you on a very specific level, and it has to do with emotional intelligence with the cups out here. Somebody that can equally give and take with you with the same cup. There's progression here with the 2 and the 3. And there's victory here over something in some way, shape, or form. There's a new way. The enlightenment is here. It is time. Tell me why the 2 of Cups and the 3 of Cups for your truest feelings towards this person. The King of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is about grounding this here. On the soul level, you could feel that somebody's coming in. You've kind of been out here doing your own thing. God's saying, you know, this is your time to expand on a financial level and to notice the roots and how deep they go for you to connect with many facets of things. Pentacles is talking about your security and grounding this here. Something is now, it feels like it's already happened in the spiritual with this here, the enlightenment and the meditation, the going within, right? And it feels like it's finally starting to blossom and bloom seeds. I do feel like some of you have somebody passed over on the other side. Perhaps this is a mother, the white owl could be prominent, or you have both parents on the other side here that are helping you to toodaloo for for the third time. Okay, I finally got my laptop. The girls were using it for their morning cartoons, but they're outside playing now. So I'm back to charging phones on 14. We shouldn't die for the rest of this fucking message. Thank you guys for bearing with me. How's my antennas looking? Are we all right? Whew, it's hot in here. Hi, Lisa. I hear that about the back, Jason. All right, we are back. Can you guys see me? We in the chat? Boy, it is hot and I am sweaty. Ringo's got his bull riding tonight, by the way, guys, for anybody who's interested in that. My son rides for a junior bull riding association here in Idaho. If you go through my live, you will see where Ringo has done other rides. Tonight will be his last ride before he goes to Oregon to their dads for the rest of the summer. So I hope you guys join. Come check it out. It's fun. I'm a single mom of 5 kids, and my kids are always doing a bunch of different things. So I like to be able to go live for Ringo's Rodeo. I know a lot of people don't have the luxury of having the country life or being able to be involved in those. Some of you used to do it when you were younger. It's just, I want these memories around. I like to record it once so other people can observe it. But when I am gone, my kids will have a channel full of me yappity yap yap yapping when they miss me, and they'll be able to get all the good laughs and information that they need. So a lot of this I also don't just do for myself, but I do think about the future, and I think about the legacy that I'll leave and the difference that I make. Hopefully, at least for one person on this planet, I would be just fine with that. I was saying, I think it's fate I came here, seeking to start a new future. Thank you, and welcome for being here. Hi, Bradley! Hi! I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming to the channel. So before I got so rudely interrupted by the lack of energy in my phone, I was talking about what as above, so below. Your feelings for this person, I do feel like it's being guided by some sort of, whether this is both parents or one parent, from above, from your ancestors. They're helping this energy to be grounded within you. It's all I kept hearing. It's time. It's time. It's a new beginning. The tower is here. It's a time. Some of you, somebody here, no matter if you try, even if you try to go back to something from the past, it's like it's blocked, and it will always feel like this. Sly, slick behavior, not getting the full answers, to where it makes you feel crazy, where you're not trusting your intuition. That's an old version of yourself that you used to be okay, dumbed down. You used to be okay with, trying to believe the best in some and not using your discernment or your intuition. You've grown way too much for that. So as this person, there is a lot of evolution and growth here. The process and the test here is that when you are confronted by the universe with a similar situation, even if it's not the same people, it's similar energies, for you to put up a boundary with those energies saying, no, I am that I am. I am that I am. I will make a way. I will find a way. And I know that challenges are only a part of the growth process. And I love myself enough to put in that time and energy. I am the most important aspect and asset that you have. You are your best friend. That way, when people start acting up, or, you trust you trust your intuition, I trust myself enough to know that I love me, and I'm not going to put myself in a spot that feels like this. Even when the energy just feels heavy and ick around certain people that walk away from you, a lot of talking behind the back, does not resonate with you. It just simply does not. Tell me more for, I think for some of you that are seers, you can see and tell that things are shifting. You might not know exactly who it consists of, but your guides are working with you energetically. It's just around the corner, and it feels like that. And more than less, it's right there at the top of your heart. It's right there with you at all times. For some of you wondering if you will be able to ever set yourself free from a past version of yourself or a past timeline, absolutely. Once you do this walking away, you show the universe, I am in my truth. I may be alone, but I am never alone as I'm walking in the unseen realm. And sometimes that can feel very scary. There's a lot of different looking types of beings in the unseen realm, energies, powerful energies, you know, and I just want to say I'm very proud of you for going through the hard things alone, talking to yourself, you know, helping yourself through it, how it is a lesson, how you can grow from it. I'm talking to somebody here who has put a great deal of leveling up time and energy into their self-love. Started out probably just because you had no other choice, but now it's like a routine, a daily ritual for you to say a positive affirmation or to look at things in a way of growth and evolution, not just for yourself but others. The way you're living your life, you're a living testimony that people can go through hard things, right? You can go through the squawking, like this guy with a knife. You're not seeing him, but the backstabbers, right? You know that in your state, the safest, calmest place is within your being. You can always go there and always get there. Gorgeous Casey is awesome. I love you, Alicia. Thank you. Being alone is difficult, but when you get to that point, kind of where I'm at, it's taken me years. I laugh with myself. I have a great time with myself. You know, I'm just like, when things get harder, you know, I laugh. What else am I going to do? I can giggle at it, and then I can transmute and heal that really quick. I'm learning that. It is the learning process. It's getting through the emotional intelligence aspect of it, setting good boundaries and using wise discernment, and then here comes in this higher enlightenment, the communication, saying, okay, you're on the path, you've awakened, you're able to let go of emotions that no longer serve you. You're able to look at them with a bird's eye view as you connect with your spirit guides, and you're listening to the call. Forever, whoever has stood in their truth and has been working on their self, you're unmatched in energy as far as tenacity, heart, strength, and courage goes. To be in a situation with the 7 swords and then to walk away from that, losing family, losing friends, losing significant others because they're not elevated or your frequencies have shifted. It's like almost like you speak 2 different languages. Never be ashamed of what you've walked away from. No matter what people try to project, you will have this ultimate happiness. And the more you spend time with yourself, you're getting right to the quick of it. You're starting to open up that treasure box within you that says, fuck yeah, I like to go kayak. Hell yeah, I like to go fishing. Yeah, I like to go look at the stars and go for a drive at night. I'm not above those things. I like doing things. You know, somebody here, you don't conform very well. We'll just say that. You're not somebody that puts your nose up somebody's ass these days. You've really broken out of that, and that's probably been an issue too. Well, that's not a bad thing. You were just built with a tenacious soul and a defiant spirit to go through this programming here and to look into the lessons. Okay, I want to have the experience on a full soul level, and I want to grow from that. And that comes with many different people, places, things, energies, and it always comes back to thyself. What does make you happy? What does make you feel flourish? Because I'm looking at 2 people here, loved ones that are helping to bring this together for you, and they both have a smile on their face. This is written in the stars. Also, somebody's dog, it's your spirit guide. It was a dragon in a past life. We can say, let's just say a different timeline, the version of this animal spirit that comes through and works with you. It's something that's been with you for a very long time. It is a shapeshifter. This goes back and forth between many things energetically, but a bird. Okay, your dog is, I'm looking at this here. If you haven't gotten this dog yet, you will, in the most auspicious way. And it might actually come from this 2 of Cups soul energy. Very interesting. Let's look at the best overall outcome in this situation for you. I'm seeing the Hierophant again here. It's the spirit guides. They're like, fuck yeah, this is full elevation. It's time. Here we go. You're ascending and you're elevating. What's the best overall outcome? As you were. Let's go about the obstacle with the sun in reverse. What is that about? Why is the obstacle here the enlightenment in reverse? I almost wonder, okay, so I was going to say, I almost wonder if somebody didn't leave somebody behind or somebody's a lot. They've just kind of awakened faster and have gone at it alone. An obstacle here could be somebody is hyper independent. Almost to a point where It's kind of hard to have this when you love being like this. You know what I mean? It's not that you don't want it. It's just that somebody right now is going to step into the state of really being able to enjoy their self, being alone, what they've learned, their guides, the way that they are a wanderer, and the way that they can bestow light upon others and within their own self. Gold could be prominent here. Gold jewelry, golden bowls, the golden light. And here she is again, just setting yourself free. It's been a long journey. There's been a lot of guidance here from the other side. Soul family, passed on loved ones, children, older children, younger children, parents. There's a lot of ancestors that are showing up from the other side saying, we're proud of you. You found the goodness in your heart. Green means go, I keep hearing. An obstacle here is that you might somebody could be a little intimidated in some ways because you are very well on your own. And that doesn't mean financially, it just means like your ability, you're fine alone. And some people might find that a little unorthodox because you love it. You know what I mean? Who doesn't want to have great sex, good coffee, team partner, you know, to bathe, wash the kids, feed the animals, do the grocery shopping, spend time camping, weekends. I mean, who doesn't want a good partner and somebody can match them on this same level? And for some of you, you know, you already recognize this person. If you don't by now, you'll have a good indicator. This is somebody who's been through a lot of healing. This isn't somebody who's going to trauma dump or, well, like, this is what happened in my life. And somebody you don't have to tell everything to. They're already able to see your soul and your spirit. They, for some of you here, somebody's been following you, or I'm not saying that in a bad way, but somebody's very aware of the events that you've been up against, or the energy, or the things that you've gone through, and they've kind of sat in the silence. I do feel like somebody here is more awakened, either than you or you than them. And they understand this path and journey. Somebody here meditates and understands how things on multiple timelines can evolve from a specific situation. More or less the person that's coming towards you is somebody who's either, if you haven't been through the same events, they're going through something a little bit later than what you have. They're in the midst of it at this time. What is the High Priestess and the Eight of Pentacles? Continue to work on yourself. I was going to say, what's the guidance here for you and the person coming towards you? It feels like the more you connect with, oh, there's another one. Ten of Wands comes out here twice. See, so there's a heavy burden here. And it's almost like with the Eight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, number 2 and 8, August 2nd could be prominent here, as well as August 10th. When there could be some sort of upheaval at this time, or energies that are going to irritate and manifest others around you, for them to reveal who they truly are. And to bring out, some of you, you're being lied to by family. And I don't like to spread this message, but I'm just going to tell you, you have backstabbers in your camp. Those that are cheering for you to your face, those are the ones that are going to other family members or other people behind your back and creating some sort of, they're delivering a message of the opposite, my right ear's ringing really loud, of what you truly are and why you walked away. And they're creating a whole elaborate story of why you walked away, when truly it was about your truth. And your truth is very uncomfortable for those that squawk and quack and always need to be in the ear of somebody else or in somebody else's business. You've done a really good job on your soul path of following your intuition. And if you have been building something, like I said in the beginning of this video before it cut up 15 times, whatever you're destined here to do, you're doing it. You're changing a lot of things within your family, your siblings. Just because you're not hearing about it, others see the truth of situations and people involved in the situation. They're aware of people's characteristics, personality traits, and they understand what you've been up against. This person's very proud of you for standing in your truth, and one of the things that brings them to you is also wandering in the dark, finding their truth just the same. It's a very enlightening what you've been through, and the balls you've had to walk away from, just, or call them out. Fuck that, that's not right. Or you're immature, or, you know, the manipulation. Well, I did this for you, so you owe me this. That shit doesn't count. If you're gonna dick measure with me, I'd rather have no fucking, you do think nice things for people, you want to help people, you do it out of the kindness of your heart, unless you have some contract or saying, yeah, this is what you'll pay me for this or this or this. If somebody's trying to do something for you, the niceness out of their heart, and they want to come back and do that, it feels like people have done that to you so many times. They give you a little something to kind of get you on your feet, and then before you get to where you're going, they'll try to strip it all from you because you're outgrowing them, because you're speaking truth, because you're working hard. There's a lot of hard working here. I've got Eight of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles here twice with the High Priestess. Very enlightened, highly spiritual beings, okay? And that's very intimidating to others because they're not sure how you know what you know. It is very intimidating when you are receiving information about specific scenarios. You know, I can see personality types that remind me of, you know, other toxic energies that have been in my life, and I'll see them gravitate towards my channel and gravitate towards the energy that I've spent a long time ridding myself of. And you can see the truth within people, who is true friends and who's not. And you're very aware of those that backstab, backbite, shit. They'll help you pack your shit to get the fuck out behind your back. You know, there's a lot of people that want the greater good, but really deep down inside, they are this person. And you're aware of that. You know, they might want the best and be enlightened and to be on this path, but really they're just somebody that pushes the rest of the pinnacle around for others to gawk, squawk, talk shit about, and you're just above that on so many levels. And that the reason you've been removed from that is because energies are coming back around, and when they do, those will suffer the same losses that you've had to, and then we'll see how you move through that. You know, these move through it. Are you going to move through it in a way of benevolence, altruism, esoterics, philosophy, structured, unconditional love, writings, times, readings? What are you putting your time and energy into? I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of the person that you're becoming. This hyper-independence is a gift, okay? Maybe because you always were there helping other people out. Looks like I'm talking to somebody who's putting a lot of time and energy into finding who they are through the lies and the faucets of empty-minded souls that you have, you've kind of been sucked into in some way, and I think it has a lot to do with some of the people that you've kept in your camp. Whether this is parents, siblings, those that are close to you. It's almost like you were taking on their darker energy and transmuting it. Now that you're gone, well, you're not there to transmute that energy. You don't have your angelic guidance around. Some people can't get in a car accident if you're in the car because it's not your time, or it's not for you, or vice versa in whatever way. Everybody has to go through their own shit in their own way that'll strip them to the core of who they are and rebuild that. Some people here that you've been up against and this person coming towards you, there's many of them. There's many of soulless walking around, and I'll tell you, we incarnate with a lot of them that come here to learn things about themselves, but they're stuck in the patterns, and we already identified that with your higher consciousness. Those that have patterns, it's like you can't, you're breaking free from that. Arms wide open. With arms wide open, I'll show you everything. With arms wide open. If I had just one wish. Oh yeah. Can barely hear the tune of that song. What is that? With arms wide open. It's kind of a, not metal, but God, Jason, I know you would know. Under the sunlight. Yes, Bill. John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that forever who shall believe in him will not perish, but have eternal life. Way to go. I want to say you're connecting with your higher star chakra. You're very much in your element. Wearing the color green is going to be very prominent for almost everybody watching this read right now. Emerald green is very important, whether your colors please. They're saying allow golds and yellows, the colors of your shirt. You bring happiness to others. You'll understand. All my cards just blew too as I said that. There's a reversal of energy that's coming about for some here, for those of you, and they come back out again. The Queen of Wands, which is my witch, in reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles. For some of you have been up against somebody using some sort of magic, or some sort of just the spell work from their mouth, the lower vibrational energy of, doubt, fear that they project upon you. It happens a lot Believe it or not, there's a lot of people that are just fearful that you know things, that you're going to outgrow them, that you might be younger, the amount of work, time, and energy, and the fact that for those that are doing underhanded things towards you, it is kind of intimidating when it starts to come back at a fast rate towards these others. You've got others wanting to take action on getting their shit together too. And for those of you that have been up against that whirlwind of just darker energies, you've done such hard work on recognizing that it doesn't, your emotions is your strength. For those that like to feel, there's a lot here about a core wound of abandonment, dealing with very selfish people, manipulative people that will make you feel bad for their own choices. Bullshit. You call your power back and let those people work their shit out, just the same way you've had to be on this path, warrior. Nobody was there to hang your swords and get you your armor. You had to find it piece by piece by piece. Don't let others make you feel less than, because it is a projection. And I'm talking to awakened souls, so you know that. Be prepared for others to project their own insecurities upon you. Do realize that spirit guides, your angels and ancestors are showing you falsities and people that pretend to your face to be a friend or enlightened or there for you. Your angels and spirit guides are going to bring other information about, so you can see the depth of this person. There's jealousy here. Okay, there is envy and jealousy here. Like I said, it's always a little concerning when you know things that people don't want you to know, right? When they want to hide their deepest, darkest secrets, and you're just sign of somebody that comes along and is naturally in tune. Yeah, be careful when you're making friends with enlightened ones and trying to fuck them over. It's always sought out. And how dare you go against a friend with one of their family members to 122 as I say that. Shame on you. Shame on you for gathering with the darkness instead of walking in the light with a light bearer. But that was a choice as well. For some of you, that is a random message. You have very few friends on this earth, and many energies that are working with you. Not everybody's going to be your friend. There's going to be people all the time that see something that you have that they don't, and on a soul level, their soul's pushing them to grow, and their mind's telling them they don't feel good enough. So that choice, what energy they choose to open up to of, man, I'd like to grow to where this person is, or have that ability or that enlightenment. I'd like to work on myself. This would be a great person to teach me the goodness and to redefine my character by going through hard things, instead of going up against somebody like, just don't be a fake friend, okay? I think fake friends are, and your energy speaks for itself. It's known. People feel that. Us awakened ones in the collective conscious, we know who's real, who's not. We understand all the people that are going to come towards us. This is my deck of channeled messages. These could be prominent messages, sign, a synchronicity. It is something that you need to know at this time. I see soul contract out here, and this feels like with a higher version of yourself, recognizing that we are all truly one. You're very psychic, very intuitive here. You could be dealing with somebody who has PTSD, a trauma response to anything that may be hard or triggers them to grow. It's a fucking cop-out. We all have PTSD, motherfucker. We've all been through stuff. The way you handle it is what matters. The way you deal with it is what matters. Do you take that confused hurt and pain and project it onto others? Do you misuse power? Misuse power comes out here, as well as confused and hurting. A lot of people will take their own despair, fear of being left out, or, what comes around goes around, and you're not responsible for that and what happens in other people's lives. If you're being the best version of yourself that you can be, and you're working on yourself, you don't have time to worry about, put out a prayer for the goodness of all, for the highest good of all. May you come to the light and understand the lessons that you're here to learn. Wish no ill will upon anybody. I don't. I just, what's even better is when you wish enlightenment upon others for the highest good of all. Being enlightened is a really rough road, right? Being enlightened is a really rough road to go through. It can be very burdensome. You experience a lot of supernatural things that feel very out-of-body experience, very scary. Can't talk to anybody about it, because then you're a psycho-delusional weirdo, right? You're out of your fucking mind. You've lost all your, and these people will sit and, yep, way out there, you know, and they'll all come together to tell you how fucking crazy you are, but can't stop watching you, right? Or understand that you've known things, called things, spoke of things within their dynamic that not even they could understand. It's, people don't like feeling vulnerable. People don't want to carry their own weight. It's always easier when people want to carry their own weight. People don't understand how God left you little enlightenments along your path. You've made it to the top of the hill and back down by morning. Your spirit guide is now. Your animal guide is carrying your weight. You only have a few bags left in your hand. And when you get to the base of this mountain, actually, you're going to turn that there ox free, and you're going to set up camp, and you won't be packing shit no more. You've had a lot of help along this. Gang stalking comes out, and undercover community. You've got Can't Stop Thinking of You, the month of May. Somebody could be carrying a little bit of extra weight in life, whether this is physically, mentally. You're here to help others. There is one that is meant for you, and you're going to find this out as you meld with your higher self through forgiveness. If you've made a wish on a star, the Star of David is here. It says wishing on a star. There could be others in your life that have projected the burdens onto you. What we say in our mind, what we speak of others, it's a vibration. It goes within our genetics, our cellular system, our nervous system. So people who are harboring or harnessing unforgiving thoughts or feelings towards you, or their own insecurities, it is creating some sort of illness within them. Within their mind, whether, you know, we can cause cancer within ourselves. We can cause a million things. You know, I can't tell you how many times I've had somebody tell me you need to quit vaping, you need to quit smoking. I've smoked for almost 12 years. When I had my children and stuff, I quit smoking. It made me sick, but it's a choice that I've made. But I've seen the same people sit there and worry, project. All they care about is money. All they care about, and they're fucking hypochondriacs. They're constantly sick. Don't feel good. Well, I wonder why you don't feel good. Because you have a ill mind. The way you think of others, the way you think of yourself, you're a selfish motherfucker. And truly, if you don't get your shit together, you're not going to be on this planet much longer. I mean, how old are you at this point where you have not put any time and energy onto your path, but tried to take from others as they're growing? Do you really think God was going to let you snipe out a light worker or a light warrior? Do you really think that God's going to allow your tumultuous plans that you have for others, because you won't become enlightened yourself, to be invoked upon another? No, because somebody here is following their destiny. Your illness is your own. Your illness is your very own, and you've manifested that in whatever way. You might want to become more conscious of your thoughts and the way that you think. Project love instead of hate and insecurity. You are afraid. I'm talking to somebody here who is afraid to grow, afraid to forgive. That's why you've lost so many people in your life, and they keep leaving you, because you're not somebody people want to be around. This is a specific message where you're dealing with somebody in this way. Find the truth within your own being. Heal yourself. Set yourself free. I wish you the best if that message is for you, and that you would look into your own heart and stop projecting onto others your own faults, your own failures, your own insecurities, your own lack. How you just, you know, somebody here is so concerned with money, how they look, how they dress, their clothes, their car, and at the end of it, you don't have shit. Your family can't stand you. They don't want to be around you. You're a hateful, cruel person. You're fun, life of the party until you get too fucked up, right? Then you're just a bitch or an asshole. You're not fun. People know your patterns so easy. If you're realizing people aren't wanting to hang out with you anymore, especially when, you know, somebody is finally getting on the up and up, fuck no, they ain't coming back, and they don't want you in their life. You know why? Because they've been set free from that energy. And it sucks, huh? It sucks, huh, when you can't vibrate higher and affect other people that you just have it out for. That's because people here like to confuse others and misuse powers. People that are hurting, they like to keep the confusion going. For those, you know, you've been up against a lot of untruthful people. You know, people could be in a bad financial spot and want to say, oh, because of X, Y, and Z. No, that's because this person has a problem with spending money. They have an issue with spending money on things that they don't need. Whether it's products for their hair, their clothes, they're in every way. They're so on the surface level of a being, they haven't even connected to their heart space at this point. They're walking, they've served the darker energies of this world by pushing away good people for the fact of feeling left out and insecure like a hurt little child. Or using those around you so that you can come up off of them because you don't work, because because these people don't want to work and put in the time and energy to doing something. Give up on life, that's fine, but don't try to make others around you come to that level of, that giving up. We can't, we won't, and we will not ever settle for weak-ass motherfuckers. Do the work. We love you, but do the work. Do the hard things. Go through some tears. Feel the pain. Feel the fucking hurt and the despair and the abandonment, and then sit with yourself and love that part of you and tell yourself, just like the rest of us had to, I love you. You are enough. No matter what's happened to us, we're going to be okay. We'll find our path together. You, yourself. It's the only friend you really have. So you might want to start being a better person to yourself, and then you can see the goodness in others. Until then, that's why you're transcending past a lot of people here. Your light triggers them. You are a warrior of light and love. Alcohol can be an issue here for some of you, or the person involved. Somebody here does a lot of overthinking, especially when they drink, and this is what gets them into trouble. A very hateful spirit comes out on somebody when they're under the spirit of Alkun. Alcohol. Waymaker, authentic spectrum of light embodied. God, I'm talking to somebody cares about you on a very deep sense and really admires your ability to enlighten yourself. You will understand in time. There is a deep desire meant to be and love struck at a very deep sense. Your light has awakened the light within others. Everything you've been through is not for nothing. You've come such a very far way on standing up to people that you most likely never would have. Your courage is growing by the day, and for some of you, your whole soul mission to be here is to bring enlightenment to upon others who have misused power. The universe is putting you in areas to set people up. You might not realize how it's working, but the universe is putting you in certain dynamics to see how people react and how they will do you dirty, do you good, and that's their karma. It doesn't really have anything to do with you. Might suffer a few hits on the chin here and there, but truly you're already built with the capacity and the armor to go through these things. You're a very brave soul. Hi, Master of None. That's a badass name. I love that. Hi, Red Elephant. God, it's been a minute. Circus of the Monkeys. Yeah, and you guys are so recognizing that on such a very different level. Let's just say you guys have superseded Minnie with the... I'm so fucking proud of you. When you have the tenacity to go through hard things, and it's so scary. You don't know where your next meal's coming from. You don't know if you're going to be warm, if you'll be able to stay cool, dry, wash your clothes, wash your hair, wash your body parts, come up with a little bit of gas, to where you need to get to for the next job to come. Don't worry, it's coming for you. You will always be provided with what you need when you need it. Call on your spirit guides and your ancestors and the universe themselves. Say, put me in the place that I need to be for the highest good of all. Even if it means being a beacon of light, I suffer things along the way. If I can at least take one person out of that depth of despair, bring enlightenment through being used as a vessel of God, please allow me to be that. I have the strength, and I know with you I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Hi, Vicky. Lovelock. I had one of my platoon members in the military with the last name Lovelock. Hi, J-Tube. Never be ashamed of your growth. And when you look at somebody or you're around somebody, trust your intuition. Okay, it's not so much that you're judging, but you're not dumb. It's not about not judging somebody, but don't be a dumb motherfucker. Okay? Don't allow your feelings for somebody else to feel how you've had to feel outweigh the karmic justice that you bring in a situation. Speak the truth. Don't worry about anything else. Don't go above and beyond to put in your extra digs, or in what way. Just speak your truth and keep going. Universe is, for some of you, there's about 3 or 4 people that are going to be affected by this next move that the universe is taking you to. It's going to expose a lot of things about many people that were close to you. I'm hearing thieves in the camp. And you'll understand that on a deep level and why you've gone through that. Some will perish. I'm going to say that. Some There's dementia here. There is, on that level of hate, it manifests as a very dark level of dementia or Alzheimer's. You know, those who fuck with the light, you know, come up, fuck around and find out, come up short on a few brain cells and some enlightenment. You can't fuck with the dark realm like that. Please know that just because the outside appearance of somebody who could be homeless, somebody who could be struggling, that could be a whole ass ascended master archangel right there. When you feel guided to provide for others or donate to others or give them $5 on the side of the road when you see them hot and sweating, give them a cold water if you don't have money, whatever. Don't forget to give. Giving is the greatest gift you can get. Those are the people that you give to. You will be guided, not the ones that sit. You'll know. You have a purpose-driven life, and it's all about you. It's all about what you've been through, and there's going to be a lot of forces that fucking can't stand the path that you're on, and you're somebody who will not give up. You will not quit, you will not give up, you will not give in, and you will not surrender. Pinnacle by pinnacle, I will create in a beautiful space, and with the understanding that mistakes are only opportunities to learn. You can't change the past, but you can recreate the version of yourself that you are and growing into. One thing nobody can ever take from you is your own personal power, your ability to triumph through many things on your own. You're predestined for greatness. Your tenacity is unmatched on many levels. There's a lot of things that you do most people couldn't make it through on a daily basis. They couldn't handle the load. You do it just fine, even though it would be nice to have somebody, you know, around that would hold your hair back when you're sick and puking, or to, you know, when you don't feel good, to have somebody bring that level of love. You will. You'll find the right people and the right friends, and you know what's even more powerful than having somebody hold your hair when you're sick and you know is praying for somebody else, sending others the right energies that they need to propel along their path. Messages from your higher self. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out. C.A. Pone, you're welcome. Lisa, you do good work. Thank you. I appreciate that. Try to open myself up with a great level of protection and discernment, and I try to share my experiences as a human being here. I have done a lot of drugs, alcohol. I've been a Marine Corps drill instructor for juvenile felons. I have also been Army National Guard, 88 Mike, Transportation Corps. I've done a lot of things. I'm a cowgirl. I have a construction business. Turns out I'm an oracle. There's a lot of things that I'm opening up to in my life, and I'm just grateful to be able to share this experience and to be able to speak and have the confidence to do so. I do not like seeing benevolent souls being oppressed in any way, and I just come alongside you in my light language, tongues if you will, and anytime you open yourself up to that prayer and protection, I will spiritually come alongside you and hold space. May you always have the strength and the courage to understand the enlightenment that you hold, that you possess the key to your own greatness and that of others as you dwell in unconditional love, not just for others, but for yourself above all. Know that you can only love others to the level at which you love yourself. Nurturing yourself has been one of the greatest keys, and you will teach others to nurture themselves as well. Nurture others and also nurture yourself. It's the greatest gift you can give somebody else. And it feels so good to be loved on, or to be supported, or to feel like, wow, I wasn't forgotten. Somebody did think about, you know, to be thought of. It feels nice when you carry a lot of weight for a lot of other people. It's not that you have to, it's just part of your path, and it is nice to be remembered and to get a helping hand once in a while and to feel remembered. Everybody on the human level needs that. No man is an island. God didn't make us to be alone. You know, that's something that the devil, the enemy, comes in to kill, steal, and destroy, to separate us from others and to get us alone to where they can work on the mental and the mind and break us down in that way. We're up against a lot of other forces here, but no force is greater than the light. The light is already one, and the light is wavelengths of intelligence. It is an intelligent design. Fear is a program that has been released through our own thoughts and feelings in many carnations that have stayed within the crystalline grid in the density of this planet. We come back to rewrite and to awaken things within the nature of our being and as soul experiences. We are having a greater effect on humanity and this planet as a whole when we choose to evolve within ourselves. And I just pray that you will always know the strength and the light that you are. You're never separated. And if you're going through a hard time, I just want you to know that I might not personally know you, but my soul knows your soul, and we're here doing it. And I just reach out to you and know you're not alone. I love you, and I believe in you. The harder it is, the greater the reward. One step at a time. Keep faith in your heart. Reaffirm faith. Reaffirm trust within your own being. You can do this. The message from your higher self is about your resilience, the light in the dark, your ability to grow in dense, dark, heavy places. Oorah! Resilience is your source of strength and challenges. Support. Seek support. You don't have to do everything alone. And one of the bravest things you can ever do is ask for help, whether this is just spiritually or from those around you. Don't fear judgment. Only fear itself can fear that. Let's see what the archangels have to say. Thank you guys all for the new subscriptions. The channel has grown immensely. If you do resonate with me and you'd like a 15, 20, a 15, 35 minute or an hour long read with me, I do them live or pre-recorded. The hour longs are live, and I also do energy healing in there. If you have any old energies that you would like to release, I will hold space for you with my guides, Angelic Realm, and I will guide you to call off those energies and to release them on your own by holding space and just coming aside you and giving you, the words to speak to call back your power. You do this on your own. I hold the space, and you will soon learn how to do that as well for others. So if you're interested in that, email me. It's the only way you can get a personal read. If you'd like to donate to the channel, I have PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. There's super chats. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I send you guys so much love. What archangels are working with the collective conscious right now? We've got 2 that come out. The 6 of Gabriel. Congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project. Awards, scholarships, or promotions. Good job, guys. Good job, guys. The mind is the only thing that is limiting. Those thoughts are the only thing that are limiting. A very happy ending is coming full circle. Spiritual growth and insight. 21, the world. There's a new beginning here. I'm very proud of you. And I just want to say, collective, what you've done in the collective consciousness over the last year since I've been reading, you've made leaps and bounds. Every time you work on yourself, you're helping set another soul free. Another aspect, another version of yourself that is here on this planet. A doppelganger in some way. Somebody who's energetically tied. You're releasing that off of the spirit. You're working through it, and you're no longer spreading around in this world. You're now creating and co-creating with the universe and being guided to bring in the new energies. It's not hard to love. The only thing that gets in the way of love is the fear of not being enough, the others' fear, our own fear. Let's get a message. I want to see, I don't know how many of my extraterrestrial babies I have in here who resonate as a starseeder with interdimensional, multidimensional travel, time travel, light years, extraterrestrials. This is my Mystic Martian deck, and I'm going to pull a card and see who's guiding the collective at this time, and I will also pull one card from the Higher Self Oracle deck. I really love this card. It kind of gives deeper insights, and I notice that spirit guides will always bring through a confirmation on what I have channeled. I'll get an angel number, and then we will close this read out. I'm very glad that my phone was able to get charging, and I was able to get back on here. It's 1:44 as I look down at my clock, and that's on Oregon time. I'm on Idaho time now, so 1:44. Micah! Hello, mate. All right, extraterrestrials. My Mystic Martian family, who is guiding, protecting? What is the message that we need? Star seeds again. Bottom of the galactic deck. We have the Agarathans. Manifesting multidimensional perception and attunement. Oh, we're going to go with that. I've read the Starseed quite a few times. The number 37, self, memories, and identity. You're having a deep awakening to this life, the things around you. It's not satisfying. There's a part of you that's wanting to grow and to live outside of the social norms. You're meant for more. You are communicating. Somebody really communicates with these extraterrestrials. I'm hearing Octurians, Pleiadians, Lyrans, Starseed. Number 1, Agarathans. It's the Agarathans. So let's read from this. This is a newer deck to the channel for those of you that are new. We have not pulled this card yet on this channel, so let's get into it. The Agarathans. And I hope I'm saying that right. Page number 8. The number 88. August is going to be very prominent for the collective. I just want to state that. Page number 1. All right, let's see what we've got here. Get a little bit of my coffee. The other day I sucked a big old June bug out of my straw. I let my water sit outside while I was doing fence, and I came to get a big gulp. I was so thirsty, a big old fucking bug in there. I was like, what the hell is that? And before I even had time, it was already hanging from my uvula, so it just got swallowed down. I was like, oh, that's so terrible. So now every time I go to drink something, I'm like, please don't, please don't be a bug in here. Ugh. All right. Telosians. Okay, Agarathans, Telosians, Telosians, ancestors were initially Atlantean and Lemurian refugee survivors from the Atlantis destruction. Wow. Agarathans are now a highly advanced, multidimensional, and sophisticated civilization that resides inside the pristine core of Hollow Earth. Telos is one of the divine citadels, Citadels, divine, am I saying that right? Citadels of the Argathans, located beneath Mount Shasta, where they lived in a fruitful, serene, and abundant life, far superior to surface dwellers. They typically stand anywhere up to 12 feet in height. Inner earth flora, fauna, and vegetation is of the finest and purest nutritional quality found anywhere. They live up to 800 years or more, and typically the very oldest do not appear older than 40 years old of age in the flesh. So interesting. The citadels are crystalline and magical to the eye, while being totally free from any toxins whatsoever. Crystallines come through quite a bit today, huh? Agarathans mostly avoid traveling to surface Earth due to the energetic harshness and toxics, though they do visit when need be. Agarathans are looking forward to the human collective ascension of consciousness, which cosmically also affects all ETs according to their developmental level. They will then participating in the cleaning up and healing of humanity's surface dwellers. In alliance with other benevolent ETs, the Agarathans are gatekeepers of the halls of Amenti, the ancient self-regulating cosmic portals, stargates. They cannot be entered until initiates of all species have ascended consciously, the Christos, in their energy field. Wow. Wow. Pretty cool. Hi, Elliot. I love that name, Elliot. I was going to name the baby Elliot, but she ended up being a girl. It's between Noah and Elliot. I love that. Very cool card. Very interesting. If you guys want to take a little bit deeper look at that, there might be some symbology in there. I am seeing a pterodactyl. Is that a pterodactyl? It fucking is. There's a pterodactyl up top. I'm hearing fossil fuels. Very nice to meet you, Elliot. We're all ETs here. All right, very beautiful card. And you know, for some of you that are new to the channel, I'm going to read the Starseed because I think that that is important. There's a reason it came out, and that would almost be negligent of me not to read that. So I'm going to get in here and we'll read the Starseed. We will read the Starseed. Starseed. Starseeds, prior to this or other Earth incarnations, have experienced life elsewhere in cosmos or other than Earth. Starseeds prior to this or other Earth incarnations have experienced life elsewhere in cosmos, the stars, or other than Earth. Some starseeds have have recall activated in their DNA. Due to Earth's limited recall access biosphere from ancient historical collective trauma, others have non-actual memories at all. All starseeds have an inkling, sensing, or a knowing that this incarnation at some point originated and belongs to something somewhere far bigger. Many starseeds have an inner awareness level of consciousness development outside of the predictable mainstream narratives. Starseeds are typically spiritual in nature and have healing energies. Some are very new souls on Earth, while others are very old souls that have experienced many contracted incarnations here on Earth to evolve and pass on ancient esoteric wisdom. The newer souls will be continuing the older souls' work. Different starseeds will naturally resonate towards different aliens and galactic alliances. It is not uncommon for awakened starseeds to have dreams, memories of traveling ET crafts, or experiencing of UFO encounters. Starseeds are here now to assist in transitioning and activation of the collective consciousness on Earth. This means memory, selfhood, me, identity, self, and you. Finding yourself. Instant recognition. I talked about that in the beginning of this read on the soul recognition level, and I do feel like you're going to observe the person that is coming towards you in that spread that I did. That's the recognition, the rainbow frequency. Stargates. The Stargate. So they're showing me the 8-8 portal now, the biosphere, and being able to transmute old traumas. I'm talking to very powerful energetic healers who do this in the mind and as prayers over the for the universe, but over planet Earth and all incarnate beings here. Well, I guess we're not shuffling that. Just kidding. Close, but no dice. Thank you guys for hanging out and hitting the like button. You guys check out last night's read. It was, I was trying to get a message out so hard, and I just had such a case of the giggles. I really liked it. You guys can check out the live section there, the newest reads, if you resonate with me. Thank you guys in every way that you comment or let me know that it resonates with you, that these reads are something that is helping you to grow on a social, emotional, higher conscious, intellectual level. Thank you guys for watching me. I know I get a little delulu over here, and I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. Okay. Higher self card. What does our higher self want the collective conscious to know at this time? I asked that this message, the vision. I keep my visions to myself. The old eye, huh? And that's funny because the eye's out here as well, working with the third eye. Somebody here, the Celestial Hall of Records, you're able to connect with. I'm talking to a very cosmically wise, ingenuitive engineer. So prepare for that in the next 6 years. You will bring about great structure to many. I'm seeing somebody, I don't know how you do this. It's on a collective level, but it's kind of like the P. Diddy thing and how things are coming out. The mainstream narrative, it's like in a way you have this ability in the future to telecommunicate with those star beings and seeds. It will bypass all communication through phones, internet, World Wide Web. It'll be on a quantum level and on a metaphysical level that we will be communicating with one another. Let's check out what the vision has to say here. Page 99, problems, but bitch ain't one. Hit me. Hit me again, Ike. This time, put some stank on it, please. Hi, Patty. I've been getting a lot from movies. Did anybody watch, what movie did I post last night that I was watching that I haven't watched? I fell asleep in that with Johnny Depp. I've never seen that movie. It came out in 2012, but the beginning of it, and I started kind of falling asleep. How check out the community page. That might be prominent for somebody here. I have 3 eyes, 2 to look and 1 to see. You have been gifted with clairvoyance, the ability to see beyond the dimension of this world. With this ability, you are able to see and communicate with spirits, angels, archangels, spirit guides, and elementals. Having this gift enables you to help others learn and grow by sharing knowledge from the divine realm. You may receive messages in your mind's eye in the form of colors, shapes, symbols, numbers, and signs. This card is asking you to work on your third eye chakra and develop this gift further. You can open up your third eye by tapping on the chakra directly, meditating with white light, or envisioning an eye opening in the middle of your forehead. You can also place an amethyst crystal on your third eye chakra to remove any blocks from your sight. Additionally, you can send swirls of golden light into your brow chakra to clear away any debris. Clairvoyance allows you to access the Akashic records. Thank you, Spirit. Which are the documented records of the past lives. By developing this gift, you will have the opportunity to tap in, thank you, Spirit Guides, to tap into the Celestial Hall of Records to learn about your previous incarnations and any current problematic circumstances or patterns of behavior that could be rooted in those lives. If you seek more information, consider going to your local bookstore and ask your higher self to guide you to the best literature that will provide some much needed information about this gift. This card asks you to work on opening up this gift to help others move forward in the right direction. The gatekeeper. The gatekeeper, you know. Guess what else is in the dark? The stars, right? Beautiful. All right, let's get an angel number. Should we see what Great Goddess is working with us while we're on here? I'm feeling really called to do that. This is my Goddess Oracle deck for those of you that like the mythology and the archetypal energies. What they call folklore, right? It's a lot easier to sell something as myth when it's truth than it is to label it as a truth and have it be. That's what esoterics is about. There's always a hidden message within the message. There's an element of truth within everything. And 90% of the time, what people say to you is, and I'm being guided to take this, is time for cleansing and detoxification of the body and the mind. And look at her dress. She's got the rainbow on there. And I talked about communicating through a frequency of the rainbow frequency. Ishtar's behind there with the boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Fuck you. I'm on my own path, and you are taking up way too much space and time for me to connect with myself and those that truly are destined on my path. I said good day, sir. And that's okay. What's one more person to project hate and that onto you? You know who you are. Stand in the light. So, Goddess Guidance Guidebook. This is the Goddess Guidance Oracle. What goddess is working with the collective at this time? What goddess is currently working with the collective? Messages for the highest good of all. Bridget, don't back down, again comes out. You've got Cordelia, go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. Look at the crescent moon on her forehead. New moon energy will be very prominent here. A high rate of manifestation. I want to say be careful what you wish for. Make sure it is for the highest good of all when you're communicating this to your guides. We do want things to benefit ourselves, obviously. I would like to not be struggling financially and living in a pop-up camper with my 5 kids, but you know what? It's some badass lessons in here, and I really enjoy the camping. So just trust the path that you're on. You know, you have to be able to trust. Be honest with yourself and what is your heart's true desire. Any other goddesses working with the collective at this time? Green Tara wanted to, that's very prominent for somebody. Somebody was just looking at Green Tara or that energy. That is a confirmation for you, as well as the number 33. Any other goddesses that want to come out that is working with the collective all the way out of the deck? P will want to come out again, all the way out. Mother Earth. Wow. So, and I'm being guided to take these. If you guys have a minute, I will read the book on this. If not, I will catch you later. We got, and I don't know how to say, Mawu, M-A-W-U, talking about working with the goddess of Mother Nature, Mother Earth. I've never pulled this from this deck. We've got Bridget, the goddess Bridget, talking about don't back down. And then we've got Infinite Supply with Sanita. Sanita. You have infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So let's start with her. Page 31. I think I have drinking. I don't drink coffee too often. I am shaky. It's a cold brew, so it's a little bit stronger than normal. My son made it for me. I think he might have forgotten to put the water in there. I had a lot of ice. But that's some pretty strong coffee. Pretty good. All right. Sunita, Infinite Supply comes out for the collective. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. Message from Sidna. This is an abundant universe filled with more than enough for everyone, yet the energy format of this planet is about polarities. In this instance, it is about giving and receiving. The key is to balance the two. If only you give, you'll feel drained, resentful, and experience lack. If you only receive, you won't enjoy what you have. Balance comes from fearlessly giving as you're guided, and then receiving with joy and gratitude. It is exactly like breathing. Both the inhale and the exhale are identically important. Practice giving and receiving daily, and you will never want for another thing. When you pull this card, it's talking about don't worry about the future. Know that you always have enough. Your needs will always be provided for. Spend time at the ocean, swim with the dolphins, move to a beach or island community. Shit, girl, I wish. Go swimming, sail, or surfing. Oh, I want to surf so bad. Give time or money to a cause that protects the ocean. About this goddess, Sedna, she is an Inuit, Eskimo, and Alaskan goddess of the sea who provides sustenance for the body and the soul. Sedna lost the tips of her fingers in a tragic boating accident, and the digits transformed into whales, seals, and other creatures. So esoteric. Those are ancient, very high vibrational energies, the dolphin and the whale. Her fingers, huh? The fingers. As a result, Sedna is intimately connected with the ocean's inhabitants. Call upon her for a plentiful supply, especially for your family. Sedna can also help you with any ocean-related ventures, including interacting with whales and dolphins. She's very appreciative of those who give time, money, and efforts to protect the sea and its creatures. So this could be very prominent for somebody here who is more oceanside. I'm out in Idaho. So we're kind of a little far away from there. My sister is getting married at the end of the month, and it is by the ocean. I'm really hoping that I will be able to financially make the drive over there. She's been my childhood best friend. Since I can remember, all 6 of my sisters, all 5 of my sisters, we all have different fathers. So it's a very unique dynamic that we incarnate with. We have like attributes, and our fathers were actually best friends, believe it or not. So throughout my awakening, I've had a falling away with her, but I want to be there for her on her special day. And to go to the ocean, I think, would be really amazing. I've only been one other time, and it was one of the most amazing experiences. I was actually asked to be somebody's wife at the top of a cliff looking over the ocean. So it was a really beautiful experience. We're talking about high vibrational, and salt water could be very prominent. Feel free to put some sea salt in your bath. You could be connecting with that. All right, let's go to Mau. Hopefully I'm not botching that too bad. Sorry, goddess, if we'll just call her Mother Nature. Page number 26, another 8. So I feel like August is going to be very prominent. And if you have a birthday and I've missed it, please let me know it's your birthday. I want to say happy birthday to you guys. I love you. By the way, did anybody check out Constance C's All Signs Read yesterday? If you guys are not aware of her channel, I'm being guided to share that with you. Her name is Constance C. It's typed just like that. It's the name of her YouTube channel. Go check out her reads. They're very very beautiful. God, I love her voice. She could just put me right to sleep. She's so calming. I wish she was my mom. Constance, can you be my mama? We love you, girl. All right. Let's see. Where did you go? Mau, Mother Nature. I was going to say, is page 26 gone? There you are. All right. I'm seeing where the giving and receiving is here. Spirit guides are really showing me this. So this Mother Nature is talking about you are called upon with environmentalism. This could be a calling that you have cleaning up the ocean, or some sort of marine biology, BLM, not Black Lives Matter, but Bureau of Land Management. Black Lives Matter, obviously, but that's what it stands for, is Bureau of Land Management, long before the BLM, Black Lives Matter, came about. So for those of you that aren't, familiar with the forest, it's the BLM. It's allotments and land that we use for our cattle. I don't know why I'm getting into that, but it's about helping with that in some way. So let's see what Mother Earth is trying to talk to us about. Mother Earth, you are called upon to help with environmentalism. The message from Mawu. There is no greater cause today than giving back to your mother and rekindling a friendship with the soil, air, and water. The earth is the life force for material life, and there's no sense in continuing a downward spiral of dirtying the planet with further pollution. Your contribution is necessary no matter how small. You make a huge difference in this planet's welfare through the small and simple changes in how you operate. It is worth it, believe me, and you will help accomplish this goal in all ways. When this card comes out, it means your life purpose involves environmentalism. Use earth-friendly products, recycle, get involved with an environmental group, or teach others about environmentalism. Even if, Unicorn, I believe it was her, if I'm not mistaken, or was it Bethany, talking about if everybody today would just go out and pick up 5 pieces of trash that you see. I know it's yucky picking up other gross trash and all the COVID, but put your mind past that. When you're doing that, you're completely protected. If all of us would pick up 5 pieces of trash every day, it would make a huge difference. About this goddess. She is the West African moon goddess who believes to have created all life with her husband, the sun god, Liza. Mawu helps those who call upon her to learn how to live in harmony with nature and to respect its resources. She ensures that our needs are abundantly supplied without causing harm to the planet. Very neat. And then we've got Bridget, don't back down. I'm being guided. Mother Mary, expect a miracle. I'm being guided to read this. Have faith in your prayers that they have been heard and are being answered. Message from Mother Mary. Faith is the light that illuminates your pathway. Without faith, the future looks very frightening. This is why it's essential for you to take whatever steps are necessary to keep your mind and heart filled with faith. Please don't give up on hope on yourself or other people. Keep the candle of faith burning within your soul, as this one small inkling of hope can eradicate the darkness of despair. Be the light that eliminates someone else's gloomy hopelessness as well. For as you make others stronger, it strengthens not only yourself but the entire world. When you pull this card, it's talking about letting go of worrisome thoughts. Keep your thoughts positive. Notice and follow any divine guidance that you may receive intuitively. It's important that you pray and ask and meditate. Engage in spiritual healing. About Mother Mary, she is the beloved mother of Jesus Christ, who is known as the Queen of the Angels for her ongoing miraculous healing work. Mary works closely with anybody who is a child advocate, teacher, or healer. She loves children and is devoted to making the world a safe and happy place for them. If you would like to help children, ask Mother Mary for the divine assignment. All right, and we've got Bridget, don't back down. I know somebody needs this message today. Nimba 12. Bridget here, she's got a fire illuminated within the heart. I see her sphere of truth. It's talking about standing up for yourself. Stand up for what you believe in is right. First, to be quite clear about your intentions. Okay, message from Bridget. First, be quite clear about your intentions. If you are unclear, then confusion will lessen your power and force. Like a candle in the dark, be very clear and bright in what is acceptable to you in the situation. Make no mistake, I will guide and protect you, and yet think of the unparalleled rise in your own viewpoint if you are to stand up for yourself and speak up about your needs and your deepest truth. Now is the time to touch your power, for it is heat and flame will ignite your passion, which will propel you forward into countless ways, even in the face of fear. You can still stand up for your ideas and your truth. It's never too late. Be unwavering and make yourself a stand today. Be assertive. Don't worry about what others think. Trust that your actions will work out fine. Speak your truth, stick to your opinions, and put your foot down. About Bridget. Bridget is a Celtic triple goddess, which means that she represents three aspects of women: the young virgin, the nurturing and loving mother, and the crone sage wise woman. Bridget is a fiery goddess who tirelessly protects those who call upon her, and she is a feminine counterpart to Archangel Michael's warrior energy. Bridget's temple is in Kildare, Ireland. She is celebrated worldwide on February 1st, the ancient sacred day called Imbolc, which marks the beginning of springtime and increasing daylight. Thank you, Bridget, Sedna, and Mother Earth for the energies and the ability to work within that. We are grateful. Angel number for my beautiful collective. You're strong and you're powerful, and you have more strength than you know. And your strength comes in numbers within your own being. There's many facets to yourself, and there's many layers to you that you have yet to discover. You're always being guided and helped. If you have an inkling to do something, go somewhere, just follow it. Don't think why you shouldn't. Don't allow the corporeal part of the brain to overflow into the innate. We have 3 that come out. Interesting. We've got 1221, taking initiative, change, optimism, joy, communication, messages, good news, expression, and high vibes. Work with what you have, and it will get you places. Count your blessings and acknowledge your dear ones. You will find inspiration and figure out a way forward. You might also be getting some good news soon. 1221, you could see this. This could be a confirmation. I'm also seeing the number 23 right now. 666, great blessings. Nurture yourself, your needs, desires, and boundaries. Let go of the things that are weighing you down. Make space for something meaningful and expand your spirit to all areas of your life. That big love, opportunity, or job needs to squeeze in somewhere. Number 6666. And number 1919 that comes out, talking about karma, warning, judgment, influence, power, cycles, change, and rebirth. Karma will be paying you a visit. Release the need to control because you cannot force things. Learn your lessons so that they don't repeat in the future. Make some space for new experiences. All right, guys. I love you so much. Thank you guys for the time that you've spent on here with me, for coming back after my phone cutting out 3 times. I am going to go take my kids swimming, and then we are going to get ready for my son's rodeo. We've got about a 45-minute drive to get over there for this evening. I will be going live for that. If you guys have ordered a personal read with me, you should have your link in your box if we're going live. I sent them out this morning. Please let me know if the time and date I have selected for you works with you. I know I'm in Idaho. Some of you are very far away or out of country. If we can't meet up at a live time to do it face-to-face, I will pre-record it, and I promise you that it is just as beautiful of a read. I know you guys love to spend time with me and bounce things off, and I enjoy that time. If it's meant to be, we'll connect on that level. If it's pre-recorded, I just want to get them out and get it to you. I just opened my personal reads back up, so thank you for everybody who's reached out for one. I am filling up fast. It is on a first come, first served basis. So thank you guys so much, and I love ya. I hope to catch you guys on the live tonight. Make sure I charge my phone up for Ringo's bull riding. Charge! I know. Charge that sucker. All right, guys. I will talk to you later. Grand Rising. Infinite vibes, healing, happiness, abundance, and peace. Thank you. I received that, and I send that back out myself. Monsieur Lawrence. Marie Garcia. You're welcome. That's my middle name. Casey Marie. When anybody's in trouble in my family, they always get the middle name Marie. Thank you, Patty, for being in here. I love you guys. Kisses from Idaho. Feel free to email me, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you on whatever level we are called together on this beautiful journey that we're on of the cosmos. May we always ignite a flame in one another, and may we always be the support for humanity to bring back the truth on this planet. For anybody going through our time or struggling with addiction, I send you out a healing prayer. Anybody who is feeling unloved or needs an energetic hug, I send one out to you. I hope you feel it. Apakerea sora te pase vrute papapaya shu sevadiora kapase vudio pesevidia. May the light always dwell within you, and may you always have the tenacity and strength to call it forward and birth new creations through co-creating with the universe. I love you guys. You're welcome, Lisa. Thank you for the new subscriptions. Thank you in every way you guys support the channel. Kisses from Idaho.
We'll see you guys later. In about like 3 hours. So, slice and dice my dang finger.